It is so much going on, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a whole lot of going on. 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 It's Monday, and you know what that mean. If it ain't about me, then I'm a Kiki. First on the docket, and I'ma talk shit. Got my sugar, honey, iced tea. Do you wanna sip now? Period. I said what I said. Now move along, bitch, before you get red. P.O.P. You can't stick with me. Come on, girls, let's get
that messy Monday.
Oh shit.
Monday.
Whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on. Hey creeps, and welcome back to Messy Monday. As you already know, you can't sit with me unless you are P.O.P. and that is pretty on purpose. How you doing? Alright, so we are in the second week of November, and the only motivational thing that I have for you guys is to keep going. Most of the times, when you get towards the end of something, you're either getting tired, you're ready to give up, you don't know what to do, you're confused, you just want to throw your hand up, put in the white towel. I just want to say, keep going. Because you didn't go through all of 2025 to just give up. I promise you, you're going to get there. You're going to cross that finish line, and you're going to be so proud of yourself. Keep going, and do not give up. You got this. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I did it. Be proud of yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say about you, what you accomplished this year. If you did something better than you did last year, you did enough. All right? So keep going. All right. I want to give a shout out to my friend, and that is Javante.
Hey, bitch.
Javante, thank you so much. You were the first of many to respond on my Twitter post. I want to thank you so much for that. You're amazing. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for supporting me. This is like, what, your third or fourth time being on Messy Monday. So shouts out to you for still being here. I love you so much, and I appreciate it. So if y'all could go over and comment on his page, retweet, like, put your Instagram, your YouTube, your TikToks, whatever the case may be, any of your social media handles so y'all can connect with each other. That is what's up. Because we are the Navy, what the Navy do is we stick together and we support each other. So again, thank you so much. I love you, Javante.
Hey, bitch.
Alright, so it is Scorpio season. Y'all almost not got y'all because y'all are so aggressive. If I don't do it on the first week, there is another week. And then there's another week. Relax. Y'all are not over to November the 21st. Sometimes you gotta let me think of something. But since y'all rush me, you gotta get what you get. Alright, Scorpios, come to the front. Huh. Come on, Scorpio. Huh. We ain't gotta lie about shit. If you don't like us, you can suck our dick. No faking over here. Yo, we keep it real. S-E-R-P-R-O, girl, you know the deal. It's our time, and we on dead. We coming with the stick. We the best of the best. And if you don't like us, we don't give a fuck, cause all you other signs, you are just yuck. We ain't gotta lie about shit. If you don't like us, you can suck our dick. No faking over here. Yo, we keep it real. S-E-O-R-P-O. Girl, you know the deal. It's our time, and we on dead. We coming with the stick. We the best of the best. And if you don't like us, we don't give a fuck, cause all you other signs, you are just yuck. Alright, happy birthday to all my Scorpios. Y'all go out there, do your thing. Shouts out to you. Alright, so let's go and get to y'all's favorite part. That is the shit, the sugar honey iced tea, because you girls love staying in some shit. First for the sugar honey iced tea, we have y'all Mayweather. Now, baby, I don't know what done got into the water, but whatever she done sipped on done turned her into a grown woman, because she said, look, I am apologizing. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm putting my high heels on and my gown, and baby, I am a grown woman. She said she wants to apologize for how the way that the world has perceived her and what she has put out there. And I'm just like, all right, so I don't know what the fuck done happened, but something done happened. So she said a whole lot of, but the main purpose is she was just like, look, I am not this dumb delusional girl who lives this perfect life. I've been through and go through things just like anybody else. Obviously, my struggles look different than the next person. And I was just like, well, girl, if being rich and just being a little brat is the struggles that you go through there, baby, give me them struggles. Give me them struggles, because, child, baby, try going through the struggles that we go through with no money, bitch. So she goes on and she just says, you know what? I just want to apologize to my mom and my dad and my family if I have ever put you through anything. She then goes and she apologizes to the girls. that she was trying to stab or stabbed or whatever. She said, girl, I apologize to you, even though it was self-defense. I'm like, well, girl, you could have kept that apology, because at this point, girl, you didn't have to say that. Just say, I apologize for stabbing you. My bad. But you trying. I'm here for that. Trying. You know, you will get to that next level of just saying, girl, I was done for fucking with this nigga. Like, this girl's fucking with this nigga. You was fucking with this nigga. I stabbed you, girl. My bad. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't there yet. You getting there. And look, I am not this entitled, spoiled little rich girl. Yada, yada, yada. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm just like, where is all this coming from? I don't know if YB done said something to her, or could it be that this girl got pregnant? Because you know, word of the curb is the rumor was that Yaya was pregnant. Remember they said Yaya was pregnant, and then in that song he said he told her to have an abortion. So do y'all think that abortion was before or now, and she did it, and because he didn't want her to end up having a baby at the same time that this, so she is probably like trying to right all her wrongs, because she's like, you know what, God, I just want better. I just want better. And then if you really think about it, that girl Jazz, she don't be on all that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm better than y'all. Because even though she is dating YB, you ain't never seen this woman glow about money or being the wife, or she just be playing her role, sitting in her space. And maybe she's that man peace, and that's what y'all wanna be. And so she's probably trying to now be peaceful, like, I wish her the best. You know what I'm saying? I joke a lot about Yaya, but I fucks with her, and I do think she means well. And sometimes we do. We can get caught up in a person and lose ourselves and who we are and our morals. And that's just human. It's life. So I'm wishing her well. I hope, you know, she stands behind this and there's not no motive behind it. But hey, grow up, be a beautiful woman, be a great woman, and we are all rooting for your girl. All right? Well, if it ain't about me, let's keep eating this cake. Next for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have Italy Chopper versus Italy Chopper. Because, baby, NBA Youngboy ain't said nothing. This man out here acting like he in the movie Split with all these different personalities. He don't know if he want to be Tupac, Snoop Dogg, MC Hammer, Prince, Michael Jackson. Girl, we don't know what the fuck going on. At this point, he need a therapist because he is over here really struggling. He's talking about it's a warfare or what? So you need to tell me that this man got you so bothered that he got you going through a spiritual warfare? What happened? Well, did we miss a chapter? Did we not read the book? What happened? What is going on? Because last time I checked, this man was locked up. And then when he got locked up, he got out and he was on house arrest. And he couldn't do shit, couldn't smoke, couldn't drink, couldn't be around guns, couldn't do nothing. And all of a sudden now you mad about what? I thought you was preaching the gospel. I thought you was kumbaya and sniffing incense and shit and nibbling on frankincense and herbs and stuff. What is going on? Wasn't you just outside with your toes in the grass? What is happening? I don't get it. Now you got me over here in the spiritual warfare trying to figure out is it good? Is it bad? What's the tea? KO, you did a great job. We said that. We're giving you a props, but every day we gotta wake up. Ethiopians, did y'all see I did this? Oh, Muhammad Ali, did y'all see I did this? Like you want gratification from some, like, what? We saw it, we just didn't give a fuck. Sorry. It's a good song. Shouts out to you. We love your writing. Love your artisticness. Is that the word? I don't even give a fuck. Love all the visuals, everything. Good, yes. You're great. Great artist. Good job. You over here talking about that he's killing the youth and being toxic, but you over here just beefing. Ain't you a vegetarian? Why is you beefing? You supposed to be out here spreading love, light, and happiness, and you over here chopping his head off. That's violent. If you talking about you want to do better with the youth, you over here trying to make people feud against each other, arguing. You know if this man come back, it's going to be something mean. So why you want to taunt the man? Why you picking at him? Aren't you supposed to be loving on your brother? There could have been a better way to do this. And y'all out here praising, well, he means well. He's saying that the youth is bad. Why he over here trying to taunt this man? Y'all so motherfucking dumb. And he talking about the Bible and shit, but he was just over here bullshitting with his girlfriend. She want him to be y'all done forgot that. She want him to be a good baby father, and he over here laid up with another bitch. I think he done got her. Oh my mother. Fuck fucking God. Shut up. Taunting his old baby mama and putting a new girl on his story because he knows he's gonna make that girl mad because she was just over here talking about the children and he wasn't being and he wasn't feeding them and shit and all this other stuff. But then he just showed, oh, this is the good family over here. Oh, you sorry son of a bitch from the pits of motherfucking hell. You sneaky too. At this point, bitch, I need to sue for distress and a headache because I'm tired of it. Just promote your song and shut up. That's why you put your billboard up in Louisiana, baby. The same day they took it the fuck down. Calm down. If it ain't about me, please shut up. NLE. Next case. Next to Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have Jake Paul and Brenay Davis. Now, baby, I already knew Tank was not about to get in this ring and be no do-boy. He wasn't finna embarrass himself. This man worked too hard to get to where he is, to cop out and be some clown or show nigga for these people. Tank is a real nigga. Now, he may not have been my favorite boxer, but he has now gained way more respect from me for keeping shit real. I already knew. I said he's not gonna be like Mayweather. I love Mayweather. Mayweather is good, but his name is what his name is. Money Mayweather, and he will do anything for that money. I don't fuck with that. This is boxing. Let's keep this shit real. Do your shit. Don't turn it into no reality TV show. So I believe they wanted Tank to either lose against Jake or it be a draw just to bring in money. Tank was not having it. I don't know about y'all. I'm not trying to make this no race war, but baby, it is what it is. They love building off of black men or the black culture, but then when the black culture don't do what they want to strip us from the things that we have earned and worked for, and that's what they are doing to Tank. They're trying to make him look like a bad person because he didn't follow that script. So now Jake want to come up and say, oh, I should have never worked with this person because he has these domestic violence allegations against him and whoop, 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 and I don't stand for that because I'm all about women. Nigga, you support Trump, and he has so many allegations about him on groping and feeling on women and shit. Boy, shut the fuck up. And if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, you already knew about what Tank had going on with the law before you even did this fight. So baby, take that shit and stuff up your ass. Because you must have forgot, we are the YouTubers. We know what the fuck you've been through. So why you want to sit out here and point out Tank's situations and what he had to go through and what he's been doing, because ain't nobody perfect. Did you forget, Jake? Hello, somebody. Your case back in 2021, what happened in 2019 with that girl, Justine, where she said you allegedly tried to make her do oral sex? Did you forget that? Oh, let's keep going to the model, Jake. Her name was what? Riley, where she said that you allegedly did sexual assault. And oh, should we talk about the criminal trespassing? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the racial slurs that you... Jake, can we... Dang! But you want to sit here and talk about this black man's issues, but see, you know the black man didn't know that about you because he ain't no YouTuber. His real shit is a boxer. That's what he do, so he don't know about your past. He don't know what the fuck you got going on. Girl, please, y'all better sit the fuck down and stop motherfucking talking to me, bitch.
Yeah, you're boring as man. My whole family was texting me. I just want to apologize to the audience for this guy. Like, I'm not a talker.
So Tank got pissed and went to expose him. So he told him, yo, listen, you think I'm going to the script? I'm a real fighter, son. I really knock out. What do you do?
I kick ass for real.
God
what
damn.
you do? You just play around, like, you know, this regular.
That's what people want, brother. It's entertainment.
I can't even hear you.
And that's when Jake Paul went into, man, I'm paying you, man. He's basically copping a plea, but trying to be tough at the same time.
So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna on him on November 14th. So you, little man.
So Tank's like, oh, you paying me? Yo, 40. Yo, 40. Where 40 at? Yo, 40. This paying me? All right, I'm gonna need that extra.
You paying me?
100%, yeah.
100%?
100%. Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said? He paid me. So
Let me ask you a question.
I need that extra.
But he didn't snitch on him, right? And then Jake Paul tried to calm it down and be like, yo, you know what, man? Just like Floyd Mayweather, I respect Tank, you know what I'm saying? He's doing this right.
And that's why I respect Tank. That's why this is amazing. He's a showman. He's a G. He's got his aura, his swag, his fans. I really respect him for taking this fight. Look at what, Floyd Mayweather did. He fought Conor McGregor, who was like the same weight. This is the most risky fight that Gervonta could take in the boxing. He actually has the balls and he's putting it on the line, and it's a much tougher fight than Floyd had against Conor in a crossover fight like that. So respect to him. It's going to be a show, and we can talk our shit at the end of the day, but people are going to tune in and we're both going to show out, and someone's getting put to sleep.
And Tank laughed at him and said, you heard that, right? So you on a script. So this scripted, huh? You on a script.
This is really scripted. Like, you really going off of something, huh?
Tank told him that shit. He said it out loud to his face, but then he went a step further. Tank was like, yeah, you see how he said Floyd, right? He was talking to whoever it was in the audience. Yeah, don't worry, she heard me. We know what you want. You think I'm going with the script. And so Tank ain't no dummy. He like, oh, okay. I know I got beef with Floyd behind the scenes, but my beef with Floyd is me and Floyd's beef. You ain't gonna use that to play two black men against each other. I'm you up, Slim.
You see how he just threw that out there, Floyd, so I could just, y'all might not catch it, but right, okay.
And that made Jake Paul nervous.
What'd you say? I don't know.
Nothing. She said we caught it, so we on the same page.
That's what really was happening in that press conference. Tank is telling this I'm gonna you up. You done piss me off. You think I'm going by the script if you want to, right? And then Aiden Ross, punk ass, jumped into it, right?
Gervonta, how you doing?
Oh, good.
Trying to calm it down and still keep along with the script. And he was going like, he trying to say, yeah, we bet, right? So let's bet a little more. And Tank said, double the bet up. You want 250, let's do 5. Right? And then Aiden copping a plea to Jake Paul.
You know, I with you. I with you heavy, Gervonta, but I want to side bet you. I got Jake winning.
We already side betted, though.
We already did. What was the bet?
200.
Let's go 250.
Let's go 500.
No, hell no. See, Jake, that's what...
And all this was about was putting money pressure on Tank, since the Floyd Mayweather stuff ain't work, right? So they reminding Tank, you ain't been able to get a big fight since you came home from prison. We your biggest payday on the table, $50 million. Get in line and go with the script. But Tank ain't going for it. Tank is calling them out on that shit.
Jake, y'all are making $50 million for this on Netflix. I can't do it. You split the bet with me, 250.
Easy.
Jake Paul trying to still be tough, but he just got exposed, right? So Jake Paul is like, basically, let's bet $1 million, trying to shut Tank up. And Tank like, let's bet 2.
Let's make it $1 million.
Whoa.
Let's make it 2.
Jake.
Let's make it 2.
$1 million total. Yeah.
Shake on it.
Jake, $1 million.
2 mil?
2 mil?
2 mil. Let's do
2
it.
mil. Right here, 2 mil. Go ahead.
Jake.
Easy work, bro.
2 mil?
Get it shake.
Oh, they're shaking, lefty.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my
$2
God.
million.
Right? And Jake Paul is like, damn, this really not going by the script.
Yes, sir.
Bucks.
Hey. Wow.
So he's telling these I'm not going by y'all script. I'm gonna beat your boy's ass. He walked over to the main dude at MVP and said, nah, and forget Jake Paul, what do you want to bet, Slim? He walked up and got in his face.
How much you want to bet? You. How much you want to bet?
I'm betting that you guys put on the biggest event of the year.
And dude was like, but I'm paying you guys the biggest payday, right? He said, nah, what you want to bet?
No, let's bet.
I'm not betting on
This
the
your
fight.
guy.
I'm not betting on the fight.
This your guy.
I'm not betting on the fight. No.
He letting them know right then and there. He's exposing this shit. So these dudes got scared off the break, and these are the major players, right? And then he exposed the fake who came up with these fake ass questions, right? There was like this one dude that came up asking about Drake. Who should Drake bet on, right? And Tank like, man, what? Who is this goofy ass man?
If Drake was to bet on this fight, why should he bet on you?
What you mean? Why wouldn't you bet on me?
That's what I'm saying. You let me know.
Come on, man.
Now who sent you Right, is this one of your peoples?
You just walked in here.
Nah, I've been here.
Drake and Jake and all this right? Hollywood weirdos.
This your first fight?
Nah, this is my first fight, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Brush this off. You got a goofy ass question. the out of here.
The question you asked.
He done called out the industry plant in the audience who's just there to say Drake's name, right? He's totally going off script this whole Miami press conference, right? And then there was another dude that pulled up. He started asking, so Jake Paul, what about charity? What are you gonna do for charity, right?
Question, much respect for everything you've done in the ring, but also outside the ring, your Boxing Bullies charity. I wanted to bring that up because to me it's kind of synonymous with your journey. It's kind of mirroring how you're kind of always having to defeat the odds, kind of, you know, fight back. Is that kind of, you see your pathway kind of similar to your kind of mission in your charity with Boxing Bullies?
And then Jake goes into his spiel because he gave a bunch of little black kids some sneakers.
We have to fight for the kids out there, and so I just hope to be an inspiration for the next generation.
Oh, Tank tells, yo, man, you paid this dude to come up here.
Yeah, and I appreciate you with that charity. It does so many amazing things.
He for sure paid him to ask that question. For sure. He looked like he paid him. Look.
Yo, he is throwing this all back in their face, right? Jake Paul is nervous. And the dude who Tank just called out said, man, he paid you to ask that question. Right? The dude was like, well, maybe giving back to people is good. Maybe you should learn from him, right?
The media doesn't cover the good things, and sometimes you have to spotlight that out. You got to give back. You got to give to get. Maybe you should take a lesson from him.
And Tank laughed, right? He said, man, I don't got to tell everybody what I do. And you know for a fact, and we all know in the DMV, Tank does a lot for the community. He just don't want no cameras on him when he do it. You know what I'm saying? So he telling these I'm real. I don't need to come up here and have a camera and watch me give book bags and cheeseburgers, right? I don't need a camera for that. I do that anyway.
I don't have to talk about the I do. Oh, man, go ahead. That's not nothing to talk about.
Then the dude that used to be in his camp, Jalen Love, comes up, nut riding on Jake Paul, right? Hey, Jake, what are you gonna do for us, man? You gonna give us some of the money, man?
What up, bro?
What up?
Hey, man, big fan. Also your trainer. Me and the guys, you know, Larry Wade and Theo Chambers, we see you making these big bets and shit. So when you win this bonus, how much money we getting?
And Jake's like, yeah, I'm gonna feed y'all little half of the $2 million we bet, right?
I'll give you half.
Jalen Love is jumping in, and Tank is looking at you like, man, you's a sucker.
I got nothing but respect for you, champ. For whatever it is you think.
Stay on your side.
Jalen Love don't know how to take it. He get on the pro-black shit. Man, I'm just happy to see a black man getting paid. Man, shut your bitch ass up.
I'm a black man supporting another black man making millions and millions of dollars.
I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that.
And it's all
I'm not trying to hear that.
And now he telling Jalen Love, he hitting home with this. He like, bruh, you was rolling with a real Hall of Famer. Now you up here with these YouTubers?
We over here doing dope too, so it's cool to see us align and get
from
money.
a Hall of Famer to a YouTuber. That's what you saying. You went to working with a Hall of Famer, to now you working with a YouTuber, right?
That was epic, Slim. This whole fight, he was about to expose a fraud, Slim. And he told them to their face like a real
Bitch, y'all better motherfucking wake up. I love my black people, and if it ain't about me, let's Kiki. Next case. Next for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have Flo versus Keyshawn. And honey, this is crazy. See, I love when a new nigga pop his shit, but new nigga, you might want to calm down just a tad bit, because Karina does have a record of backtracking, going back to her old nigga. And we don't want you out here looking real stupid, but right now, you popping your shit. You done showed your cars, you done showed your jewelry. You out here saying, Flo, where your shit at? So all Flo could do was he flipped back around and showed this new girl who looked like Karina. So to me, it makes it seem like you not over Karina. You just trying to make Karina jealous. Oh no, child, this is a lot of. So mind you, Flo said when he had pushed up to the house that day, that boy was in the house. Now mind you, why is you going to the house that your daughter is laying her head at with all this riffraff? That's crazy to me. Now even if the baby wasn't there, it don't matter. The point is your child still lay their head there. So why don't you just handle all this shit out in the streets? If the guy even did say when it's on site when he see you, because mind you, Flo said that boy said when he saw him, it was gonna be on site.
Just got into it is because I called my baby mama phone. It be answer. What's up, twin? Look, what's up, little bro? Ain't your little bro, boy. Who the you talking to? I don't even know you. Never seen you a damn life. I don't remember seeing you. Never. So the nigga say all that shit. I'm like, all right, bet, I'm finna pull up. I pull up the first time. When I was ringing on that doorbell, when I was knocking on that doorbell, he was in that in. He didn't want to come outside then. I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, come outside. Come out, let me talk to you. He twin, don't put me in the mix. I don't want to be in that twin. I got the messages and everything. Don't put me in that twin. I don't want to be in that shit. You ain't got to be in shit. Come outside and holler at me. Man, that's my third time pulling up on it.
Seems as though Karina has finally got to the point where she's like, look, enough is enough. I am done. And I believe Flo is actually saying that, because usually when Karina break up, she don't be with nobody else. But the fact that she with this guy and she don't popped out with this guy, it's like Flo is saying that she's actually done. So he's trying to play that same card he played once before with her about, I just want to see my daughter. It's about my daughter. But is it really about your daughter? Is it the tactic that a lot of these men use, which is the baby, because they know women really do want a family? And it seems as though he's using that now to still stay in communication with Karina, hoping to slither his way back through. I don't know. All right. And I really think Karina like all this. I think she do. I think she like the fact that Flo out here acting a fool. She with this new guy. I don't really think she like the new guy. I think she just in a moment right now that she's trying to get over Flo. So she's trying to make herself like this man. But do I think she fully likes this man? I don't know. So that's why I'm telling that man, tread lightly while you out here trying to make Flo jealous and upset. Because, honey, we've seen this rodeo. And we know how it go. If it ain't about me, let's get in it, okay? Next for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have TT versus Aaliyah. Now, this kind of pissed me off too, because TT, I mean, girl, I ain't gonna say too much, but sometimes it's best that you just stay in your place. And then the mama. Sometimes mamas can be the reason why these men act the way they act, because these mamas ain't correcting their sons. But let's go on to the situation. So, Dub and the family, they were in the car. I think they were drinking, whatever the case may be. And you know, sometimes when you drink, some people get aggressive, some people get talkative, some people get aggravated, some people just be some people.
You're so swollen this morning, but you didn't call me in time. What you do this morning? Why are you grabbing my bottom of my chin like that? Why are you grabbing the bottom of my chin like that? That hurts. Stop. No. That hurts, Dejan.
Why was your lip, motherfucker? Huh? Yeah, I'm too quick with this shit, dog. Your forehead could have got touched that quick. Why was your lip swollen?
The hell? Because hyaluronic acid, Dejan. Stop. Don't do that. You just pinched my neck so hard.
Why was your lip swollen?
Stop doing that. That hurt.
You can push him off, but you don't have to be hitting him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And you spilled the whole drink on me. How you gonna have somebody else defending you while you putting drink in my face and you pinch?
Swole.
Why do you do too much? My lip is swollen because I woke up and it's hyaluronic acid.
I'm convinced we were drunk. I don't know
what the hell is wrong with you.
What the heck is going on? Because you weren't just drunk. And now
your lip was fucking swollen. Nobody's lips was
when you wake up in the morning.
Yo, fuck they do my neck. Pinch my neck.
No, that hurt. Stop doing that. Do it to your sister. How about you do it to your sister and your mom and ask them if that hurt? Do it to them. Do it to them. Since Titi's sitting here saying what she's saying, do it to her. And see if if it hurt Titi. Do it to Titi. Do it to Titi. Do it to your mom and ask them if it hurts.
Stop.
You stop.
What you mean swollen?
Maybe we should just stop.
Wait, we passed it?
Yeah. No, we didn't.
Now, nigga, no mean no. Stop mean stop. I don't give a damn if you don't feel you pinched her hard enough. How the hell you gonna tell her what the fuck she feel? If she said you pinched me too hard, stop. And then you proceed to do it while your mama and sister in the back just looking and not saying nothing. First of all, y'all don't see me telling this man to stop. Mama, speak the fuck up. Baby, calm down, leave her alone. You ain't gotta jump in and say shit, but just, baby, leave her alone. You see the girl said stop. That's all it took. And then here goes TT. Well, you ain't gotta hit on him like that, and nigga, he ain't gotta keep motherfucking touching her like that. The girl done told him to stop. So fucking stop. Is you crazy? Is you cool? Shit, and then he wanna sit here and say, well, I don't think I touched it. Nigga, stop. She told you to pinch your sister. I see you didn't do that. Pinch your sister like that. She pinch your motherfucking sister. Pinch your motherfucking mama. You ain't pinched them like that, so why the fuck you putting your hands on her? See, that's what makes me go back to what Halle said about the fact. So then TT came out and she said this.
So this will be my only time talking about it, right? This was a really, really big misunderstanding because what I heard and what I saw was completely different than what it was. And that's my fault. That's nobody's fault but mine. I apologize to the people that was involved and anyone else on the outside. I don't know what to tell you, because as long as the people that was involved isn't upset, or if I talk to them and everything is okay, then I don't give a damn what the fuck y'all think, nigga. I don't give a damn what y'all think. Y'all texting me about y'all opinions don't mean shit. That I look at that shit and I laugh. You're like, I'm sorry.
And then Doug came out and he said this.
Leah meant no harm. TT meant no harm. Y'all just blew that out of proportion. TT and Aaliyah is with each other right now. No cap. Drunk, I was drunk. TT was drunk. So it was a miscommunication. TT thought she was hitting me. But she wasn't, because she thought she was just hitting me. Like, hey, don't hit my brother. On some drunk shit. And I did lie. They was outside talking about it outside. And what they was talking about outside, y'all, didn't have shit to do with the hit. They was talking about some whole nother other shit. So I'm like, what the f is y'all drunk talking about out here? TT talked about, no, that's not what I meant. They were talking about some whole nother other shit. I was lying. They was talking about smoking fucking weed, and TT wasn't hitting the read right, and TT was blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the f I was sitting here arguing about some weed for?
Alright. Well, if it ain't about me, let's keep eating this, okay? Next for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have Mariah and Thug. Now, while y'all was out there praying for her and saying, oh, she gonna be good, and she was looking sad on stage singing, Child Sis was playing in y'all motherfucking face, they back together, bitch. He out and now she locked up. Free her. Free her. Sis is detained. They got her. And it is what it is. He got her. And I don't care how many prayers y'all pray, how many sad comments y'all put in the comment section for her to read, and whatever the case may be, sis is gone. Mariah is gone, and she ain't gonna leave until she is ready. I don't give a damn what you say, he say, her best friend say, cousin say, mama say, great grandmama on her deathbed say, if you leave him, I'll stay alive. She gonna leave when she wants to leave. She ain't had enough, and it is what it is. But how can she leave him? He pregnant. She got a baby on the way. He is definitely pregnant. Y'all see it. And then, bitch, I don't want to leave nobody where we can share the same clothes too. He got a shirt on, bitch. We sisters. What's she? That's her good girlfriend. That's her Judy. That is her best friend. She ain't leaving her best friend. That's her good girlfriend. She ain't leaving her. I wish them the best. Maybe this go round, it will be good. So, you know, maybe she's just not ready to give up on her love. Ooh, I hope that love never find me. I'm not about to get cheated on 50 million times just to get it right. Bitch, ooh, bitch, can I go fuck on some other dick too then while you fucking on other places? Because, babe, I'm not gonna be the only one being faithful in this bitch. You have to go through what I go through. Shit, we finna both be some damn trauma babies around this bitch. Please, I'm over here being loyal and faithful and holding you down while you in jail and then you fucking on it. All right, well, to each their own, whatever floats your boat. If it ain't about me, let's keep eating this. Hey! Next for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, we have Quan and Risa. So, child, it looks like they finally did it. They got married, and it was actually really cute.
I will never find another love precious to you, precious to you. Girl, you are.
Close to me and like my mother, close to me and like my father. You are the only one, my everything. And for you, it's all I see. Pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. All my life, pray for someone like you. Yes, I pray that you do love me too. Thank God that I finally found. Yes, I know that you.
Now, baby, I don't know what was worse. The fake cry, the fucked up singing, or that long ass path walk that they had that girl walk down. I would have been like, now whose fucking idea was this? Bitch, it's a damn maze. He got me fucked up. Then he's probably crying because his feet were hurt. It took us so long to get up there. Bitch, I don't know, but baby, or the singing was just aggravating him, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but y'all listen. Somebody come here. I need to know, am I the only one that still want to know what the fuck happened? What did she do? I think she cheated. Maybe he was crying because he was just like, God damn, I'm stuck in this shit forever. Like, y'all, I don't know. That man was really done. That man that had went home with his mama. That man had went home with his mama. You know how mad you gotta make a nigga that he grown as fuck and go home to his mama? He ain't even get no hotel. Like, you know, like, you can have an argument, some shit happen. That's how I know that shit was real. He didn't go to no homeboy house, brother, cousin, hotel. He went... He went home to mama. He was hurt. She cheated. She cheated. He went and still married that girl too. Oh, that's crazy. Well, at least she got it out before the marriage. Oh, that's so. Or what if the baby that they got now, what if it really ain't his? But they playing it to be like it's his. Ooh. Cause remember we were saying, oh, that's why he went back, cause she was pregnant. But what if she got pregnant on him? So they gonna have to act like this is his. If it ain't about me, let's Kiki, let's get. Next for the sugar honey iced tea, we have Rod. Girl, bitch, look, I done already told y'all.
Everything you've done to me, already done to you.
I don't give a fuck how many sad songs he's sing. If he's your depression therapist, I don't give a fuck. Until he get all his shit together with that baby that he is neglecting, honey, God gonna keep sending him through tribulation, through tribulation, through tribulation. Why you out there reckless driving anyway, fool? Probably drunk and dumb. Possession of controlled substance, knife, gun. Lock him up! Lock him the fuck up! And I'm telling you, it's something gonna happen again too. Until he go get that DNA test, see if that baby's is his or not, child, and you keep doing the mother of your child so wrong. Some people be protected by God. I know y'all think that girl is crazy. She out here running her mouth and she going wild and just won't clout, whatever the case may be, and oh, she should not have had the baby if he didn't want it. But guess what? They still laid down and had that motherfucking sex to have that baby. So at the end of the day, even if she kept it when he didn't want it, he still made that baby. He shouldn't have had sex with her raw if you didn't want no baby. Point blank the fuck, period. That's your child. Take care of your child. He just better hope he don't go to fucking jail. These folks want this concert. Shit. Then he need to get his ass in motherfucking rehearsal. Cause when he had issues last time, you caused all your problems. Everything. Everything. Didn't want to whine about it. Why my life so hard? Why I'm going through this? Why I'm going through... You, nigga, tighten the fuck up. Your clothes already tight. You should be know the fuck tighten up. Me fuck them. If it ain't about me, let's kick in. Let's get. All right, y'all, that's all I have for the Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Let's get into this mess. First on the docket, we got Duarte versus Jania. He ain't mad at her for going out to the club. He's mad at her for lying. Y'all gotta read that long thing he wrote. If that's who you wanted to be, if you wanted to be an outside girl, you still want to go out and have fun, and yes, him getting with her, he should have known this is what I'm getting myself into. He said the fact that y'all went from, oh, she's living a great life and she's changed, to boom, oh, he just mad she outside. So y'all wouldn't be mad if you living a life and got a family, listen now, with a person that you asked for years to be real with you about what they want. And she tells him, I want a family. And that she did not want to be in the clubs because it's old, just for you to turn around, say you're going to work, as he put it in capital, because I do that shit too, because I want you to know what the fuck you told me and what the fuck I'm emphasizing on, that you was going to Houston to work and see family, but you end up lying and avoiding me while you were in the clubs unannounced. So he's not upset she went to the club. He's upset that she lied. You lied and said you was going to work and you ended up in the club. So now that I see you in the club, because he saw the videos of her in the club, and I'm trying to reach out to you and you're now avoiding me. I'm not saying you can't still go out and have fun and be a person and live life, but that single life does slow down when you got a boyfriend, husband, whatever, and a family now. It slows down because now you're with somebody.
And with DeJounte, as y'all know, he's more of a quiet person. He's more reserved. He doesn't go on, well, he wasn't going on the internet doing all of that. You get what I'm saying? So with me being hype, liking to hang out with my friends, party, whatever the case may be, people felt like that relationship wasn't good because she's this way and he's that way. So I felt like I had to kind of dull myself down just to make it look good for y'all. But in reality, y'all don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Y'all don't know how this man acts behind closed doors. So I feel like in any relationship, and that was just an example, be true to who you are. Never try to limit yourself or dull yourself out to make it work with anyone. Because at the end of the day, it might make the relationship work, but are you truly going to be happy with yourself? Are you truly going to wake up every morning like, yes, I feel good about this? No, you're not. Like, dealing with people with money has completely shifted my mindset because it made me realize I want to be independent. Like, I went through the phase of being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, working, being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, now I'm working again. And throughout it all, like, I just feel at peace when I'm making my own money, I'm making my own moves, I have my own stuff going on, you know, and I feel like that's something that I need to work on. When I get in a relationship, I cannot just drop everything. I need to go do what I do for the day, you do what you do, and then we come together and we say, how was your day, whatever. If I'm sitting in the house and you out doing whatever you doing, the only stories I'ma hear is what you got going on. Then it leaves me like, oh, I'm kind of boring now. So now I'm questioning everything that my whole existence. But what I must say, now I know what I need, what I want to put up with and what I don't put up with and what I don't want to put up with. And I have to be with someone that understands this is what I want to do. Either you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, okay, let me know that in the beginning so I can go ahead and go about my business. The red flag I used to ignore that I spot instantly now is control. You know, growing up without a father, I just felt like, oh, someone's telling me don't do this, don't do that, I love it. But now it's like, now that I'm older, it's like, I don't want to be controlled. I want a partnership. I don't want someone telling me you can do this, you can't do this. I don't want that. I think I had to get out of having daddy issues to get to this point in my life. And I am so happy I realized that because I feel like my relationships could have been going well if I would have just let that know off. There's no controlling over here.
So I don't know. I don't know. Does he even go out? Does he go out at all? Because Because if she's only been out 6 times, he does have to let the girl go out and enjoy. Because, you know, being a mom, being at home, sometimes you do need that time out with your girls just to have fun. And if you are jealous because your woman is beautiful, I don't know what's gonna happen behind closed doors. If she does do things that's questionable, or if he's done things, that's something y'all need to work on. But you can't be controlling Duante if she still wants to just get a breath of fresh air. She has the right to do that. So after reading hers, it just makes me feel like they probably trauma bonded. She was going through the things she was going through as far as, like, you know, the NBA Youngboy situation. Then she got out of that. Then she went with the boxer guy. And she got it. Like, Jania just has been moving and moving and moving and moving. She's never had time to sit and find peace within herself. And we've all said that she's never just sat and loved herself. So now you go into this new guy who now you're saying it seems as though he had past trauma. And so it feels as though, yes, he might be controlling. Now that I'm reading what she's saying, he might be controlling, might be a little bit of narcissistic too. We don't know what happened in his past. But also, they both have to take responsibilities of what they have brought to the table. You told this man you wanted a family. You told him you wanted this. And maybe at the time you did. I don't know. He knew who you were before he even got with you. So he needs to understand you still like the party. You need to understand he don't like the party. So there has to be a middle somewhere. And it seems like you tried to give that by not going out, but you went out 6 times, which you should be okay with that. That's where he is wrong. But then you wrong for lying, saying, hey, I was going here, but you knew where you was actually going, but maybe you lied because you knew the way he would react and you really wanted some time. I don't know. It's just crazy. And he's saying, well, you could have just told me, and instead of taking it to your mama and brought the kids to me. But maybe he's playing on our top, because if you really would have brought the kids to him, he would have told you, you can't go. So you just tried to have a plan, and then somebody filmed you, and now he saw that you was out, and it's like, fuck, now I gotta deal with him. I don't know. Y'all need to figure out, do y'all keep trying to fix this, or do y'all just say, hey, let him find what he needs, let me find what I need? I don't know. All right, if it ain't about me, let's keep Let's get. Next in the docket, we have GiGi versus her mama. So I'm gonna say this, it kind of says a lot, mama, if what I'm reading is right. I think GiGi made this video a year ago.
I can say this. I grew up with a lot of materialistic stuff. Like, everybody know. You know me. If you've been knowing me since I was a kid, you know I was a very spoiled kid. Like, I had everything. But I feel like what I was lacking in life, like, was... or what I was lacking growing up was the feeling of just true love. Like, I felt like I didn't really have, like, I don't know, I never really just felt like love. Like, you know, like, everything was just thrown at me. I feel like when, you know, when, like, I hate to, like, say certain things, but this is kind of like a vulnerable video, and of course I'm grown. Like, this stuff don't matter to me or mean anything to me anymore, but it's something that I'm definitely aware of. But you know, when, like, people are guilty, they try to throw things at you. Like, you ever watch, like, a movie where, like, there's, like, this rich kid, and then they have, like, the parents that's always at work, but the parents is like, okay, like, I'm just gonna get you a new purse, I'm just gonna get you a new this, I'm just gonna get you a new that. And it's like, yeah, like, that stuff be cool because it's like, okay, now, like, I got it. But it's like, no, I just really wanted somebody that was there to just listen and just, you know, somebody I could open up to. And I feel like that made me the way I am today. And I'm learning now that I don't have to be this way. But I feel like it made me, like, strong. Like, it made me, like, feel like I have to hold everything in. Like, I don't talk to no, like, not like that, but, like, anytime I'm going through something, you'll never know, because it's like, I don't open up to people, I don't talk to people, because I never really had that as a child. So it's like, now it's easier for me to just get through life alone, way easier. Even though I can't even say that I just go through bad stuff, but it's like, you know, everybody have their own problems, and I'm sure y'all have y'all own problems. Y'all moms have their own problems, you know, but I feel like if you have a child, the best thing you can do is just be emotionally connected with them. Like, yeah, you can get your child the world, but really just listen. Like, if I have children, I took what my parents did, and, you know, I'm definitely gonna apply it to my life. Like, I can say one thing, my parents did show me like an amazing lifestyle. Like, always lived in a very nice house, always had very nice cars, always had very nice clothes, always had, you know, like the newest of everything. So it's like, yeah, they show me that, but it's like, when I have a child, I want to be able to give them that, and I want to be able to give them me emotionally, because I don't want my child to feel like they can't talk to me, or they can't come to me, or they can't, you know, because I know the feeling of that. You get what I'm saying?
GiGi did not say anything wrong about her mother. All GiGi said was that she felt unloved and alone growing up. Not once did she say her mama was a bad mom, or that her mom wasn't there for her, or her mom didn't give to her. She just said, I felt unloved. If I'm reading right, her mom had her as a teenager, and being a teenage parent is hard. And if I'm not mistaken as well, the dad and the mom, I think, weren't together. So the mom had to work. And if you're always working to provide and to do this, you don't see in your mind that you're always on the go. You're always working. There's going to be a time that your daughter may have had a situation that happened at school, or her best friend upset at her, or her and her cousin could have gotten into an argument, or just one day she woke up sad. We have days where we just wake up and don't know why we're upset. And because you're at work, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, and she has nobody to talk to, it doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It just means you're too busy trying to provide that who's going to love her.
Seeing that video, I can't speak for all moms or dads. I don't want to single any, you know, moms or dads out, but seeing that video broke me. It broke me. To say, that you went through life alone, feeling alone, or that you didn't feel loved is crazy. Like, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, y'all. 15. That was so I could be there, and I was there. I haven't missed anything in that kid's life. Nothing. I can't think of nothing I've missed. I haven't slept barely in 2 days. I have been replaying my life over and over. The more I replay my life, the more proud of myself I am, actually. Like, and unloved. I don't ever want to compare my life to my child's life, because I didn't choose my life as a child, but I chose definitely to the best of my ability what hers could look like. Like, girl, you don't even know what a fucking bad day is. And that's just how I feel. Some people could think I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. That's how I stand 10 toes down. Like, there is kids that's going through life alone and unloved. And I can advocate for them. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have grandparents for real. I didn't have family like that. You know what I mean? Like, my life was really, really hard, you know? Especially due to my mom. But St. Gabrielle to her dad, she tripping, acting wild, disobedient. And Gabrielle, you know you don't want me to post the stuff you was doing, and I won't. And I won't. But if I did, Mr. Casanat, you will know, baby. The woman that you in love with, that's me. That's me shining through her. And by the grace of God, I thank that. But Gabrielle was tripping, and her dad was enabling her. Her dad literally went to the courts and lied on me and said I abandoned my child. When my whole text thread is, where's my kid? Where's my kid? And I'm thinking, oh my God, I gotta fight with this man who don't even show up. And when you show up, all you do is bring chaos and drama. And she's at this critical age. And all I'm doing is fighting for her to save her. And I did. And said that I abandoned my child because he didn't want to take his ass up the road, 35 minutes now, the border from Houston, from Louisiana to Houston, where we from, It's a courthouse about a good 45 minutes away. No, he went right there to the courts in Louisiana and filed a motion on me for custody and said that I abandoned her when I'm waiting on her. No. I told Gabriel, when you get home, you gonna take that weave out your head and give me that phone, because the shit you posting on the internet is insane. Gabriel, no, if you can't say a mama ain't love you when she ain't never give up on you. She fought for you. If I would have left her in Lake Charles, Louisiana, I guarantee you right now, she'd be somewhere pregnant for a bum. Because that's exactly what she was going. So all of y'all who in my messages saying you ain't post husband since this and this and that, her relationship off the internet. Then she follows up with, oh yeah, and Kai said, yeah, Mr. Kai Sanat said, told my daughter, my baby, that he did his research on me. That he did his research on me and her best friend. Now, who her best friend is, y'all, I really don't know. I know Gabrielle friends, but who the best friend is, I don't know. But best friend, he said, you too. He said that he told my baby that if she hung out with me or her best friend, and he did his background on us, she hung out with us. It's so hard to even fucking say that her reputation would be ruined. Just my birthday before last, when I had the red dress on. Yes, she's on my page with the red dress. She posted me. She came over. She cooked. She made me breakfast. She sent me to the spa. That's my baby. She posted me. She said, happy birthday to my rock. 6 months later, she get with this dude. I'm happy for her. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, ever since this is going on, I don't recognize her. She ain't never went to the internet and said before that she just felt alone and this, that, and the other. And now that you got this internet attention, that's what you doing? We ain't gonna do that. I don't deserve that. I was there. And I'm always standing up for myself and my babies. And Kasana, you say you're a God-fearing man, baby. Baby, as a God-fearing man, you should know there's so much power. There's life and death in the power of the tongue. God-fearing men don't divide and conquer. Keep my name out your mouth, man. Keep my name out your mouth. You don't know me. You don't know me. You never tried to get to know me. To talk to my daughter about me is crazy. You did your homework. You don't know me. If you would have did your homework, you would have knew. You'd have been like, whoa. She actually a lot like her mama. I'ma always go out sad or whatever y'all want to call it behind my name when it comes to me as a mom. I live for my kids. I don't get on here and beg y'all for sympathy. And please don't get in my comments and say you should talk to your daughter. I did. So when I said being disrespectful, rude, little girl, I talked to her. She laughed at me. She said, oh, you big mad. Laughed at me. She said, oh, you real hurt. And laughed. Yeah, I am.
So then GiGi comes out and she writes all of this, just saying like, you know, how her mom used to talk to her any kind of way, just putting her brothers and sisters on her to handle, and just, it's a lot. From the sounds of all of it, just reading it all, the mama had stuff she had to deal with growing up. I think she said she didn't have her mom and them, so then you grow up learning off of what you knew, and then you took your learning to your daughter, which was not, I guess, much, and then your daughter is feeling, it's a lot. They need to just really sit down with a therapist and talk. But mama, when you told that girl she can go play in traffic, that's crazy. I know sometimes kids can be hard growing up, because you were, I think she said you was 21 with 2 kids. I understand it's hard. But again, that was not your kids' choices to be here. Those were yours. And sometimes parents will take their frustration out on their life choices and their situations that they have created for themselves out on their children. And it's not your children's fault. And then you gotta also understand, even though your children could be a little rebellious and badass, which they should not be, but you gotta think about it. If you had your kids young, that kind of is your fault too, because you are a young parent trying to bring up another life. So that is a reflection of you to a certain extent.
You know, from the last video, I watched how y'all manipulate everything I say, which I told y'all I really don't care. I just clear my name as a mother. All I'm saying is somebody that's painting the narrative did not have that story. That's not your story. And I'm going to stand on that. And Kai said that. You treat me that way. You told it to me. You told it to me in front of my friends. You came in my house like you could talk to me, like you was condemning me, like he was some god. You've lost your mind. And you went on the internet and lied on me. You try to talk about my financial issues. Gabriel, I'm not broke. I'm just smart. I moved out at 17. You did not move out at 17. You moved out at 18, boo. The day you made 18 on that trip, I said, go ahead, take everything with you. Have a good time. I love you. Actually, it wasn't even like a crazy departure. We got into when I found out you moved in with a boy. You took care of anybody their whole life. Because you watch your siblings sometimes. That's normal. But I've always had my mom around, unfortunately. I've always had my sister around, unfortunately. You understand? But they was around a lot. Dominique lived with me off and on for 10 years. When were you watching these kids like that? Huh, Rabia? What about when you ran away and I sent you to your daddy? Now, this is at 17. You begged me to come back. Begged me to get rid of my nanny because you felt like she wasn't qualified. I knew it since she was a kid. And yes, I let her boyfriend, who's a great kid, got a great resume, great background check, come because Jonathan was kind of tripping and I wanted an influence on him. Begged me to put my nanny out, talk about she in my room. I have all the text messages. This is crazy. What? She know it's no man controlling me. Man, that man said that. Like, oh my mama, why would I lie? I'm 30, I ain't never went to the internet. Are you crazy? Especially about my kids. Told you gonna need me before I need you when you was cussing at me in my house. You had your dog pissing this shit in my house, my $1 million house that was on the market. Rabia, what's wrong with the girl, man? This is crazy. Because you felt like she wasn't qualified. I knew it since she was a kid. And yes, I let her boyfriend, who's a great kid, got a great resume, great background check, come because Jonathan was kind of tripping and I wanted an influence on him. Begged me to put my nanny out, talk about she in my room. I have all the text messages. This is crazy. What? She know it's no man controlling me. Man, that man said that. Like, oh my mama, why would I lie? I'm 30, I ain't never went to the internet. Are you crazy? Especially about my kids. Told you gonna need me before I need you when you was cussing at me in my house. You had your dog pissing this shit in my house, my $1 million house that was on the market. Rabia, what's wrong with the girl, man? This is crazy.
You doing too much. This is a lot. This is a lot. You keep coming to the internet, so it just makes it seem like what GiGi was saying is right. Because you're lashing, you're not trying to understand, you're not trying to listen, it's you, how you feel, what you did, what you provided, you're coming off of anger because you think that because she said she lacked love, that we are thinking you were a bad parent. We didn't think that. We're thinking it now because of how you're responding. But at the beginning, no one thought that. We just said, damn, this girl lacked love. And I understand how that can make a parent feel bad because you thought you were doing everything in your will to be a great parent by giving gifts, by doing that, by providing. And then to hear your child say, I lack love, to you, you thought you were giving love. Because that's the way you probably received it, so you gave it to your child that way. Gifts and working hard and keeping bills paid and being a great mom. But no.
Sorry, someone called me, but I don't even want to draw this out. I definitely love my kid, have supported my kid. Yes, we've had issues. Everybody have issues. Just seeing that hurt it. Seeing her say that hurt it. And then her, coming in here and saying that hurt it. That was said, I'm not going to take that back. And I still supported them. I still supported her and Kai. I still do. I still do. I want my baby to be happy. I always wanted her to be happy. She deserved it. Getting so many phone calls about, Ashley, you don't never go to the internet. Oh my God, never in life. I've been knowing you my whole life. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am Gabrielle. I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. I love you.
So then, when the mama came back and posted this from 2022, I think it got in her mind where she saw, okay, maybe I see where GiGi is coming from. When she posted the text message between them two, like, you can read it. She was like, I'm sorry if I wasn't the mom that you expected me to be. You know what? I was a teen mom and whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, so right here, you can see that you've made mistakes, and even she made mistakes. And that is okay to make mistakes. We're learning. Nobody gives you a handbook on how to be a parent. But just don't overlook the way your child felt. I don't know. I hope they get through this, because I don't like to see parents and the children going at it. I just don't. All right. Well, if it ain't about me, let's GiGi. Let's get it. Next on the docket, we have Christian Rock and BlueFace. Now, baby, let me tell you something. I knew this was coming. I already told y'all. When he got out, I knew she was gonna run on back to that man, be all in his face. He was gonna embarrass her and ship her back on out, and then she looking foolish, running him up, acting crazy, calling on God and Jesus and everything else. Baby, you had God and Jesus on your side. Y'all need to stop. It's only for her child. It's co-parenting and whoop, whoop, whoop. Baby, I ain't never seen nobody co-parent kissing on no nigga. You co-parenting, but you're kissing on him. You're sitting in the lap. The phone call when he was like, well, what if I don't want to wear a rubber? We gonna need some lube or something. He said, you said, I don't need no lube. This pussy wet. That's co-parenting. I ain't never seen it a day in my life. What happened is they played in your face.
In a playpen. Oh, you having a good dream. You smiling?
No, you know he with you. He was smiling when I was on the phone with you. That nigga been doing that all day. He don't even do that.
Oh, you happy today?
Nigga, no, you know his daddy home.
You happy today? You ready to go play? I need you to wake up though, man. We about to throw you in a playpen.
Honey, they played in your face. They played in your face. They got that DNA for that baby. And that they don't need you. That's why he out with Hazel now, doing what he doing.
Welcome home, kid.
I look better with you.
I know that's right. Your mama said the same thing.
Cause you was just with another boyfriend, and you laid up in his girl. You think this man gonna take you serious? Rock, you are just another chess piece on his board to keep this man making money. One thing about Blue know how to go viral, and Blue know how to make money. And bitch, you are a chess piece. Know that this man don't care about you. Because let's go back. I don't know if y'all forgot back when she first realized she was pregnant, baby.
And so you don't really know. We need to check how far along you are. Okay.
How will we find out how long she's been pregnant?
I'm going to take a look, see if there's a baby, measure the baby, and that'll give me an estimate of how long she's been pregnant. Okay, so let me try abdominally first. All right. It's like 5 months, 20 weeks, and 2 days.
5 months?
Yeah.
Was it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Mom, I'm not talking to you. He's trying to do his calculations.
It's May. That's the 5th month of the year. So she got pregnant in January. Me and Jay was right there downstairs.
She lied to me and you helped her lie about it. I'm trying to
lie to you about what? What we lie about? What's the lie?
She went to Baltimore and you said she wasn't in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's because that was
So
y'all.
I'm trying to add up the days.
But she ain't do nothing when she was in Baltimore.
You was there?
No, but she would have
Man,
told me.
come on.
You know she ain't out.
And usually you conceive about 2 weeks later, which is like just after Christmas.
All I have to go off of is your body language and my intuition. And instinct. That's why I just go off the odds. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying it's not mine. I'm just saying, are you ending it or not? I mean, ultimately up to you.
This is something you want to continue with, or if you're undecided, we do need to get a bunch of
Blood work?
done.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we do that?
Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing?
Let me get your blood work. I'm excited.
Make the decision. Because I swear to God, like, that's when I love it. But when I ain't pushing it. I was pregnant before I left.
Yeah. It's actually
And this is mid-January, mid-December.
it's the end of January. I mean, it's the end of the when y'all had sex, like conceived. End of December, early January.
Yeah,
And then the
I wasn't having sex with nobody else.
So is that your issue? Or what you?
Yeah.
What your issue?
Cause she lied, basically. So basically, he lied. She lied.
So he like thinking.
So he like, there's reasonable doubt. Like
So
you in
I'm
a court
just
of law.
saying, I go off the odds, you know what I'm saying? I think 8 out of 10 is great. I think it's 8 out of 10 chance, so that's my baby.
It's 10 out of 10.
We've been having sex.
All right, realistically, so what if you guys are going XYZ? She's telling us the truth.
I have kids already. It's not going to change anything for me. I'm going to do, like, we're going to do the same thing. You know, it's going to be detrimental to her. That's why I'm saying. We can all agree that a first child for a woman is detrimental to their life. It slows their whole movement, their whole algorithm, their whole... This is 18 years. I don't want to sign her up for 18 years of responsibility because you guys think it's a good idea.
And you absolutely right, because it's not about somebody else's decision.
It's because her body,
your
bro.
decision.
What does her body have to do with her
It's
future,
about your
her career,
decision.
her
I
life?
agree with that, but also would she want to have babies again? And you already know the circumstances of that. That's what I'm saying from that.
That's what I'm saying. You're thinking from her not...
But I'm not telling her what to do though.
It's really up to her to be like, yeah, I'm doing this, fuck y'all, or no, I'm not, fuck y'all. You know? I'm waiting for her to be on that. Shit. Then that'll let me know.
The baby's a commitment.
And then she's not like the best communicator, so it's kind of hard to like realize like, all right, she's gonna turn over a new leaf and wake up and be 100% the truth and live that out.
You guys try to regain trust?
We tried this 110 times, and she lied every single time.
No, you didn't lie either.
My integrity is higher than hers. My word means more to me than it means to her, to hers. Right? So it's like two different people. If you lie and she still, we're gonna separate
but I know for a fact
the two.
this is
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so stand on that. Now you got.
Can I ask you a question?
Simple. The
Would
DNA.
you be butt naked in a man's bed that you never slept with? I take her back every time. If she go off with another dude, I take her back every time.
Because I
love her, yeah.
All right, so we're talking about the pregnancy part, though, as far as the procedure. What are we like?
So where you go off with
No,
another
but
dude?
you
know what I'm saying?
Like, you know they love
Like,
you.
yeah, like I got unconditional love, so it's like you going off and you gonna keep lying to over and over. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Are you just gonna be the kids that cry
All
with?
right, what's the healthy? What's the healthy solution about this situation? That's what I want.
All right.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know why you front like you don't be
That's what I
right
want to
there.
know.
No, because I have
Right there with her.
All right, let's get back to the solution of what we're gonna do. The healthy way.
Yeah, I got
So you
it.
got the
She said she gonna call me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know.
All right.
Alright, baby.
Well,
Dude,
see you later, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thanks for being honest.
But mommy,
Yeah, that's all I have. Sure.
Let us know. She got something.
I want to say something to her. Mom, you good? You need to head up? You need to go to your TV? Mom, you gotta listen to me. What am I listening for?
I just want you to know. That's all.
I know all your stories. You tell me.
No, I didn't tell you this one.
Oh, I hate talking to her.
I didn't tell you this one.
It's mommy.
Alright.
The size of the child.
Okay, Mom. It's big as shit. I know.
You can't change her mind.
Don't let. Okay.
What up? Chill out.
I know. I know.
Chill out.
The fuck?
Chill out. You get upset. Y'all, come on with that. Listen.
It won't be.
Mom, you gave great advice. Listen. Listen. I'm talking to you, mommy. You gave great advice. Yeah. There's nothing else you can do. Don't get all upset. Don't get all upset.
Blue need to know that too.
Ma, he spoke how he felt. And
No, but he don't know. She gonna be in danger. I studied this. I watched this.
Ma, you have 12 children. I get it. It's dangerous to do so. I agree with you.
But if I don't tell him, I can't say I didn't tell you. You understand? Yeah. Or the blood will be on my hand. I'm ready to go.
Come on, Mama. Come down.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Okay, Mom. You're not gonna stop me from telling him. If I don't tell him, it's not gonna be on my hand. Come on. Let me go. He needs to know. He needs to know. Let me go. Let me go.
I don't know if that baby his. Cause now those clips back then are all making sense. And Blue knew. That's why Blue was saying the shit he was saying all before he got locked up. The baby ain't mine and being rude and all that. He know that's not his baby. Child. Messy. I don't know. I don't know. Ah! If it ain't about me, let's keep eating. Okay? Next on the docket, we have Brenay versus Akira. Bitch, this is crazy. I just heard about this today, so I'm not gonna be able to really speak on it because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, I've seen these names on TikTok, but I didn't know it was this much. Baby, this tea is piping and it is good. So basically, Brenay married her crush's cousin to get close to her crush. Bitch, that's some crazy shit. So her crush's name is Tim and her husband's name is Devin. So Akira is Tim's wife. And Brenay has a twin sister whose name is Corinne, and baby, she missed it too. Now, Brenay had dated Tim when they was back in high school and young. Now, mind you, I guess they broke up. Now, I heard they broke up because back then, she had ended up getting pregnant. And Tim's family didn't like her because they was young. And I think she got rid of baby or something like that. Don't quote me. We're going to all get into it. And they told him that he did not need to be with her. So they made them break up. So, and again, Tim, who's now married to Akira, Tim was Brenay's first love back in high school. Now, Corinne, who is her twin sister, her and Brenay fell out because after they had broken off, Corinne ended up sleeping with Tim. Bitch! So now, Tim, when he was dating Brenay and they done broke up and now you done fucked on her sister, he ended up putting Brenay on his friend who was Devin. Now, before they all graduated, Tim and Akira ended up getting together. So none of these people know who Akira is. She's just Tim's wife, or whatever the case may be. Tim done went off to go to college to play football while Akira is holding the relationship down. Mind you, she dropped out of school because now she's going to be a wife. She's pregnant. Whoop, 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 yada, yada, yada. So now I'm going to add this clip in so they can tell you more. And child, just, y'all, be ready for this rodeo.
They don't really know Akira like that. She's just the new girlfriend. Tim went off to play college football on a scholarship while Akira basically held the relationship down. Not too long after, Akira ends up getting pregnant and they end up getting married in 2018. Akira dropped out of school to be a wife, a mother, while Tim pursued his dreams of being an NFL player. Akira was working 2 jobs trying to support the family financially. Fast forward to 2021, Devin and Brenay ends up getting married. This is how I met Devin and Brenay because they were a TikTok couple actually. So mind y'all, Brenay and Devin is this God-fearing married couple. They're very Christian, go to church, listen to music, do couples content, all of that. So randomly they started hanging out with Tim and Akira and they started doing like group activities, double dates, etc. Mind you, Brenay was known to be Akira and Tim's kids' aunt. Brenay was Auntie Brenay and Devin was Uncle Devin. Brenay started speculating that her sister Corinne started sneaking around with Tim again, and this is when Akira was pregnant with her second child. Things started getting weird because every time they would link up to do couple stuff, Brenay would be wearing inappropriate clothes, like her booty cheeks would be hanging out, her titties, she would have no bra on, like things were just very inappropriate, and she would be extremely friendly with Tim. So this is where everything started getting speculated. Akira would constantly check Brenay, like, hey girl, like, can you put a bra on? Or tell her about like her shorts being too short. And Brenay basically would see no issue with it. And Akira's main thing was the fact that her children are around. Like, there's kids around and you have your titties just out and exposed and your booty hanging out of your shorts. Like, you're not supposed to be dressed like that around children. So fast forward, one day, Brenay basically comes up with this big lie saying that Devin is being domestic towards her and that she doesn't feel comfortable living with Devin and etc., etc. So Brenay basically begs Akira and Tim for a place to stay. And Tim is like, yeah, like we might as well let her stay. Like she said she's having problems at home in her marriage. And so Akira went along with it. And Akira said that things got extremely weird the moment she moved into their home. Akira started finding random teeth around the house. She said that basically she would go to sleep early some nights and she'll go to sleep at like 8 p.m., wake back up at 11 p.m. and notice Tim's not in the bed, and she'll go out and check and see where he's at, and he would be in the den with the door closed, meaning they were being actual in their home while Akira was asleep, and this was proven. So Akira started confronting Tim, her husband, about what was going on. Tim gaslit her and said, oh, it's nothing going on. She was known as a 304 in her high school, saying that she's sloppy, she nasty, she dirty, she lazy, this, that, and the third. That's how she even got with Devin, like basically gaslit the fuck out of her. And she said she believed him because at the time it was like, anything my husband says, I'm going to believe. That's the type of woman she was. Granted, when Brenay was staying with them, she would fix Tim's plate first, would sit with Tim, would literally, everything's Tim. And then also, she was asked on many occasions to leave their home. She said no. She told Akira, no, Tim wants me here. And so Akira said she felt like she had no one to speak to about this because she would tell her husband would gaslight her, and she just felt like something sneaky was going on behind her back, but she just could not prove it. So she started getting a whole bunch of piercings. And so one day she goes around her family and they're like, why do you have so many piercings? And then she just busts out and just tells everything. And so her grandmother was like, oh no, I'll be over there. Because one thing about it, Akira is not confrontational. She said she's not an aggressor and that this is not something that she does. So the grandmother goes over to Akira's house. The grandmother said the house was so trashed where Brenay was staying at. She was staying in the den. They said that it was pop bottles, chip bottles. It was just so filthy, disgusting, and nasty. That grandmother asked Brenay, and I didn't even ask, told Brenay, you need to leave. And Brenay told her, no, Tim wants me here. So she ended up getting into an argument with her grandmother and ends up pushing her grandmother. Brenay eventually goes home and tells her husband, Devin, that she's in love with Tim and that she wants to be with Tim. And Devin basically says, well, if that's what you want to do, prove it. Invite him over here. And so she did exactly that and slept with Tim in their home, y'all. In their home. Devin ended up divorcing her after that. Akira ends up finding out because Devin ends up hitting Akira up and telling Akira what he knew. And so she ended up getting her piece on the whole entire situation. And that's why we're here today, y'all. And now y'all just gonna have to follow from here on out because I told y'all the entire backstory. Sorry if I butchered some parts, but this is literally how shit went down step by step. If I didn't get every little detail on point, I'm very sorry. But this is just the gist of everything step by step on what is going on. Oh, and did I mention that Brenay and Tim are also married now? I don't know if I forgot to mention that or not. Brenay said that, and she admitted that she would do anything for Tim. She would buy him the whole entire world. And so basically she's his sugar mama because Tim has no money. Wow, y'all. So Brenay got pregnant in high school and she wanted to keep the baby, but her mom made her get an abortion. And that is why Tim's parents separated them because basically they said, oh, she too fast. So they never liked Brenay. Not to mention, y'all, this is the same reason why she's jealous of Corinne, because Corinne has 2 kids, stays with their mom still, and she has her children. Y'all know Brenay wants to be a mom so bad, and it explains on why she's trying to get Akira's kids to call her mama. That makes so much sense. Not to mention, y'all know she was trying for a baby with Devin. Y'all remember she was taking all those medications trying to get pregnant, saying she can't get pregnant? That was the Lord saving Devin. I'm so glad Devin didn't get that girl no baby. Devin was never supposed to marry Brenay, but like I said, Brenay took Devin's virginity and he fell in love. So it makes sense on why she claims, oh, she doesn't like her family. Her family just tries to use her for her money and this, that, and the third.
So a lot of people didn't know that you can actually be sued for cheating in certain states. Now, this is called alienation of affection. So a simple definition is basically when a spouse sues a third party for interfering or basically destroying their marriage. So they must prove that the third party's actions caused that spouse to basically alienate from them, not be in love with them, and to go ahead and have an affair with that third party. Now, the reason why this is such a crazy topic right now is because we know that a TikToker by the name of Brenay is being sued in North Carolina right now by another woman because Brenay basically took this woman's husband. So boom, as all of this is going on, it comes out that Brenay and Devin, they're getting a divorce. Now, at first, everybody is in shock. Brenay goes to the internet and says, look, Devin doesn't love me. He doesn't treat me well. But then Devin gets to a point where he's like, no, I'm going to tell the people what's really going on.
Is wanting to be in a relationship with my cousin again. And people would normally have questions or opinions about why would I marry somebody that she dated. But a lot of people don't know that was back in 2013, 2014. We was all teenagers.
So Devin let the world know, my wife came to me and she told me that she wanted to be in a relationship with Tim again. And yes, Tim and Devin are cousins. So now the internet is putting everything together in those videos, those vlogs. Brenay secretly wanted Tim. But what about Tim's wife, Akira? What about the kids? So once this information came out, Akira and Tim, they're done. And Tim starts to live with Brenay. Now both parties are going through a divorce. So Akira handles this very gracefully. She doesn't speak about it much. And y'all, Devin has a whole transformation. So the divorces happen. But the world is shocked when they learn that Akira is actually suing Brenay for alienation of affection. Now, Brenay denies that anything went on. She keeps telling everybody that they're going to see the truth and that her and Tim didn't do anything to destroy Tim and Akira's marriage. But y'all, once this trial starts, this was not just a simple cheating situation. Brenay plotted and planned to take Tim away from Akira from the very beginning. So the trial begins. Akira is suing Brenay for alienation of affection, and she is suing her for $3.5 million. So instead of getting a lawyer, Brenay decides to represent herself. And y'all, since this trial has started, it has been a complete show. So y'all, we now learn what was going on behind those cameras. Now, Devin is the first person who actually found out about this whole situation going on, and he's the one who actually told Akira. Now, Akira is looking at it like, okay, I'm married to Tim, we have kids. I'm going to believe Tim before I believe anybody else. She's stuck by her husband throughout this whole situation. Y'all, it wouldn't be until Akira starts to see stuff with her own eyes that she starts to believe that this is what was going on. So at some point in time, Brenay tells Akira and Tim, look, Devin is hitting on me. And Akira being a woman, she's like, okay, you can come stay with us. But y'all, once Brenay started to stay with Akira and Tim, this is when she started to have relations with this woman's husband at her home while she was at work. Now, shouts out to the people that are boots on the ground at the trial. They're saying that there were videos and pictures of Brenay and Tim inside of the home while the kids were there. Brenay will make videos in this girl's home, send them to Tim, telling Tim what she wanted Tim to do to her. Now, it gets to a point where Akira starts to catch on to what's happening. And she asks Brenay to leave. And Brenay tells her, I'm not leaving because Tim wants me here. Now, y'all, shouts out to Akira because let me say this, she did play it the right way. But it's no way somebody is telling me that they're not leaving my home because my husband wants them there. So this is the part that kind of confuses me because from what I heard, Devin actually caught them having relations as well in the home that Devin and Brenay share. Devin even said that allegedly one night him and Brenay had relations, and then later on Tim came to the house and she had relations with Tim. Now y'all, this was Devin's first real girlfriend. She was his wife. He probably really was just in shock that this was happening to him. So y'all, we learned that all these crazy details in the trial. We learned that Akira suffered a miscarriage after she found out about the affair. And once all this stuff starts to come out, Tim ends up bringing a GUN to the court. Now, let me say this. I strongly believe that Tim brought that weapon to the court because he wanted to throw off everything and he didn't want to testify. After he's released from jail, Tim testifies. And y'all, I feel like Tim's testimony is going to be the reason why Akira wins this lawsuit. Now, when Tim testified, he basically said, look, I never loved Akira. I didn't want to have kids with Akira. I didn't want to be with Akira, but we were forced to be together. Y'all, which is a total and complete lie. Akira's attorney pulled up text messages of Tim telling Akira, I love you, good morning, I want to be with you, sending Akira explicit pictures. At one point, Tim even claimed like he didn't know his own phone number when it was presented to him. So y'all, the trial is still going on. I think today is the last day, and then the jury will start deliberating. But I want people to understand that this could have went a whole other way. The way that Tim and Brenay did their spouses, this could have been an unaliving trial. Y'all didn't have enough decency to go get a hotel room. Y'all didn't have enough decency to break it off with these people. Instead, y'all stayed inside of these marital homes having relations while they're in the other room, while they're at work, while the kids are there. Brenay used her TikTok coin in order to get Tim. And Tim is just a sorry excuse for a man, period. A lot of people don't agree with the lawsuit, but I agree with it. I think they went about it the right way. And I'm happy that Devin is thriving. I'm happy that Akira is now thriving. And may this be a lesson to anybody who's planning on doing this. Get a divorce and move on with your life the right way. Akira's kids call Brenay Auntie Godmom. And this is just my opinion, but you and Tim took away those kids' right to have a family. Even if Tim didn't want to be with Akira anymore, the way y'all probably hurt those kids is even worse. Think about the kids seeing their mom and dad being affectionate, the mom going off to work. And while the mom at work, my dad is kissing and hugging on my auntie/godmom.
At this point, Brenay got to get on the stand. And the judge is like, listen, we need to move this along, basically tell your story and hurry the fuck up. So Brenay called herself to the stand. She said that her name is Brenay Montague instead of Kennard, which is what the case is under. So that was kind of weird, but she smirked to herself when she said it. So I guess she was just saying that to like get a shot at Akira. Mind you, I just saw Akira pull off in the car with a nigga dark, black, and handsome sitting passenger princess. So I don't know why this bitch think anybody worried about what the fuck she got going on. So then Brenay was like, alrighty, and she shuffled the papers. She was like, first, I want to say this is a lot. So I'm not going to hold you guys. I'm going to speak my truth, and it is what it is. And she's addressing the jury. The judge was like, listen, bitch, you need to state facts. You need to state facts. Fuck your truth. State the facts. Brenay said, I never had a relationship with Akira. We only had a relationship through dealing with the men. Everyone was aware that me and Tim dated. And I came around Akira for the first time in 2019 when their firstborn child was about 5 to 6 months. I came in as Devin's girlfriend, and we started hanging out because Devin and Tim were close. It was just default that we would be chilling because that's how couples chill. We did become close, a lot closer than couples usually would be. I did consider her a friend, but close friend is pushing it. But we were friends. The men would hang, and then we would hang out. We did go to high school together, and I knew her, and after high school, I just found out her and Tim were married. Yeah, whatever. I'm quoting her at this point, y'all. I'm not adding no extra. She said she always asked if Akira knew about how her and Tim used to date. And she thought it was weird that they all hung out. But Tim kept saying that Akira knew, and that Akira was always aware of their friendship. They say they had an on and off. Well, Brenay said they had an on and off friendship due to hatred. She hated Tim for breaking her heart. So their relationship was like, ew, why are you here? Like, you know how bitches act when they want to fuck your nigga. They act like they don't like him. But she said once they got close, because she was getting older, she told Tim that she was still heartbroken and she wanted to move past it. And she said that she always checked with Devin before these communications or before pursuing this friendship and relationship. So fast forward, me and Devin had issues. We were unhappy, and I told him he was not supplying what I needed in the marriage. And she basically was like, Devin didn't believe her or didn't take her serious. So Devin started laughing. She said that Tim and Akira were her and Devin's only outlet outside home, and that everybody confided in each other and all had deep conversations together. She said that Devin confided to Tim about her, so he knew. She said that Akira did not know, I guess, about the friendship until later. She said Akira and Tim showed her divorce papers, and she basically said, me too. So this is when she moved in with them. So she's like, let's fast forward. No, let's backtrack. That's what she said, y'all. She said that the separation between her and Devin was secret so that they could sit down and talk to the families together, because they did not want either family to mistreat the other. They wanted to explain why they were separating together and that it was nothing bad between them. She said no, Devin went and told the whole family. Told the whole family about how she was being a freak hoe with Tim. She was like, then Devin never hit me. I was scared that he wanted to, but he did not. But he tried 2 times. She said that she would go to her mama's house, but she did not want her mama in her business. So she was crying in the beauty room, and Tim walked in and was like, what's wrong? And Tim told her to move in. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is Tim doing at your house? So Brenay is like, well, Tim is like, okay, I'm gonna come back in 7 days and pick you up. So Brenay is like, I needed 7 days to get myself together. So she say after 7 days, that's when she go to Akira home. And she say Akira text her January 25th, honey, stay as long as you need. Our peace is your peace, etc. Akira welcomed her in, comforted her, made sure she knew, like, you're welcome here. Like, you ain't got to deal with Devin if you think he gonna buck up at you. Brenay then said, I don't drink. But by the evidence, bitch, you was drinking a lot. So I don't know why you keep saying that. So then she said one day, Akira said, can't nobody have Tim. Over my dead body, anybody getting Tim. So now I'm about to start acting like Brenay, because so Brenay get mad. So Brenay is like, y'all know how she be in them videos. So I asked her, what do you mean? Explain that. What do you mean? Explain that. Akira rambled and rambled, and she was like, well, we're both divorcing, so I wouldn't care if you got with Tim. I told Akira, why would you say that? Akira said that the kids love you, you're a safe person, I already know you, etc., etc. Brenay said, I'm in awe. She addressing the jury. I'm in awe. And to me, it sounds like Akira is just constantly, Akira and Devin are just baiting Brenay and Tim to tell on themselves and admit that they cheating. It don't sound like they really saying go be with each other. To me, the whole time, it seemed like they being funny and just trying to see how bold these bitches is. At this point, I don't want to hear no more, and my stomach hurting in court, and I'm just trying to push through it, y'all. She speak on Akira saying, I found your wife, and basically they thought Akira and Devin was really okay with the affair, and the whole jury laughed. It's just like, all right, bitch. So Brenay said that they were going to find Akira an apartment in Greenville. She living at their house at this point. She only supposed to stay for 7 days. And she say everybody happy and chilling, and that they getting ready to go find an apartment. She say she go in the kids' room to get ready and use the mirror on the back of their door, and that Akira come in red and crying and saying her marriage is over. And she say that Akira basically pushed them together and say y'all had been besties and their relationship was of God, and that they always find their way back to each other, and this and that and this and that. At this point, we take a little lunch break. I go outside. I come back in. Security is like, hey, girl, I'm watching your TikToks. Keep it up. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll stay. So I get back in the courtroom. Brenay is on the couch. Akira mom knock on the door to see the kids. She say that she asked how long, and now I'm wondering if this is a typo, or I know Robin will bring it up tomorrow, but in the original testimony, they say that it was Akira grandma who came to the door. So in this testimony, if I didn't mishear, she's claiming that it was Akira mom. She say she came to see the kids. She say, how long you been here? And Brenay said 7 days, and she said, well, this your last day. So they had a little back and forth. And then Brenay called Akira and Tim for help. Brenay said that she talked to them and she never put her hands on nobody. She said that the woman was calling her all types of bitches. She said, this is not your house. And that after she said, this is not your house to the woman, that the woman kind of brushed by her. And that's when she said, Akira, get your grandma. All right, so then Y'all know that vlog she made where she was like, I'm about to go to my nephew game or whatever, and then she got back home and she was like, well, shit got kind of crazy. When she went to that game, her entire intentions was to explain the video to Akira. She was smiling and happy because she knew what she was going to that game to do, playing that woman's face. She says that she knew she was wrong and she wanted to talk to Akira and explain. Child, she said that she was drunk in the video, and Akira said, when you drunk, you tell the truth. And Akira later on asked if Tim could move in with her, and Brenay said no, he can't move in with me. Like, why you asking that? Brenay, then Robin asked, like, why was you in shorts twerking around her husband? Like, you think that's okay? Brenay's like, it's not okay, but I never did that. She say she don't drink, like none of this shit. And then, like, when she lied about twerking, the Robin was like, can I play the video? And the judge was like, no. But then Brenay kept lying, and the judge just cut Brenay off, and he was like, play the video. And the whole court was like, exactly, like, yeah, just play the video, because y'all gonna keep letting this bitch lie. He told Robin to describe the video. So Robin was like, you don't cuss, but you slept with somebody's husband. Brenay was like, no. She asked about the divorce times. Y'all, this bitch is dragging out court. This is the last court update. Court is gonna finish out Monday, and they'll do their closing arguments or statements or whatever. So we left off with Tim. We left off with them passing Tim Peter Wacker pic that he sent his wife at the time around the jury. And like I said, the jury was not impressed. So, you know, early January, at this point is the cross-examination. Robin about to question Tim ass and catch him in all these lies. This is what we've been waiting for. When I went on recess, Robin had to stop me and be like, where the hell you going? 'Cause shit about to get real. She was like, make sure you in that courtroom. So I was in that courtroom. So Akira texted him about 1:08. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the date, but it was early January of 24. And she said, Brenay has to leave by noon. I don't want her to leave, but it has to happen. And if you feel like you need to go, okay, etc., etc., you know, because I understand our current situation of, like, you frustrated, like, we having our own relationship problems. And then on January 30th, they showed another text of Akira saying, you know, y'all made me uncomfortable, and once y'all knew that I was uncomfortable, you and her are both married people, and the way that y'all moving is not how married people move, and changes should have been made. But I let all that shit slide because everybody was smiling, and I felt like I was crazy what I was seeing. So Robin is like, so you lied earlier, like, because she told you 2 times. Like, she told you 2 times that she was not comfortable with Brenay being in that home, because they kept trying to say, like, she invited Brenay in there. So Tim is like, that's not what it say, as far as the text message. So Robin continued to cross-examine him about, you know, they just trying to prove love and affection. Tim is like, we got the tats before marriage. I don't know if he thought he ate, because bitch, that proved even more love and affection. Y'all was already getting matching tattoos before marriage. So then Robin was like, but the parents made y'all marry. And Tim got mad and said something smart, like, are you forgetting that part? I don't know what he was saying before that, y'all. Like, anyways. So Robin was like, so you went to school, correct? And what was your degree? Tim confirmed it. And then Robin is like, so you agreed to put Akira in school? Tim said, yes, but the way she presented is not the way it went. Like, she she went to school every year and dropped out for her issues. Like, she told me she had ADHD. So then he was like, ever since the adultery lawsuit, he ain't been getting no money. He done been unemployed. Like, he lost his teaching job because they looked at the adultery lawsuit. But bitch, you was cheating on your wife, dummy. They don't want you teaching them kids and you teaching on your wife. Robin makes him read some text where he asking about dinner, calling Akira baby. She's like, so you said that? Tim is like, yes, but how does that prove love and affection? I don't know why he keep asking questions when he on the stand. Just answer them. You calling a co-parent baby? That's what Robin said. You said she was just a co-parent. There was never no love. You calling her baby? Tim says, I didn't say she was just a co-parent. She was my wife. And I'm like, boom. That's what we saying. That's what we trying to tell you. The evidence is questionable. That's what Tim say. He say the evidence is questionable. None of the texts look the same. The text is like, why you don't want to be married? Robin is like, is it because you slept with a friend? I got them quotes mixed up. Okay, basically, Robin is like, why you don't want to be married, or why do you think Akira don't want to be married anymore because of some of the texts? Do you think it's because you slept with a friend? Tim is like, it's no proof, no video. Devin said he heard and he woke up, but I don't know what the hell Devin talking about because he a liar. So Robin at this point is like, so everybody lying except for you. He's like, everybody here hate me. Everybody in the courtroom is like, yeah, we do. Robin say, were you sleeping with both at the same time? Tim is like, no, you ain't see proof. So how you gonna tell me who I slept with? So before we play the video, because at this point we about to play the video, Tim is like, can I make a statement? The judge is like, no. Everybody laugh because it's like, yeah, we do hate you, and we glad that the judge probably hates your ass too. So in the video, y'all, Brenay says, I need more every day. Tim says, okay, she talking about our old relationship back in high school. He confirms that Brenay made this video in the marital home. In the video, y'all, Brenay is sweaty, breathing hard, licking her tongue ring. Child. Brenay then says, words can't even describe how much I love you. I'm so happy we doing this again. Robin says, so she's speaking in present, not past tense, right? Tim is like, did we have sex in the video? So him and Robin just look at each other like this. And Tim is like, he literally, did we have sex in the video? So they staring at each other. And the courtroom is all like, lock this nigga up. Like, why is he playing in this fucking court? So after the little stare down, Robin is finally like, answer the question. Like what the fuck are you doing? Tim is like, we didn't have sex yet. Robin rewind the video, and Brenay says again, we just finished having sex. Tim says, I didn't hear that. He says that whatever we hear in the video, he can't hear it, and it's not loud enough, etc., etc. Mind you, y'all, I'm deaf in one ear, so I could really barely hear in court. Like, I need a hearing aid. I could barely hear shit. But bitch, I heard that shit on that video. So Tim claims that Akira was okay with the relationship. Robin says, so why would she send you videos and messages about finding that video? You know what I'm saying? Why would she be confronting you if she was okay with the relationship? And then where, you know, that video I just described to y'all, when that got sent to when Akira found it and sent it to Tim, and Tim was kind of explaining it, and you know, Akira is saying like, what the fuck y'all got going on? Like, I don't know what y'all got going on. Tim is like, this the same motherfucker tried to get naked when she was drunk. Now, they ain't bring this up in court. I'm just reading extra messages and shit. I wouldn't give a fuck what they talking about on the stand. I'm just reading the evidence. Like, I came to get this shit for myself, and that's what the message said. This is the same motherfucker who tried to get naked when she was drunk. So I don't know why she made that video in our house talking about how much child. So then they show a bunch of messages that I'm not even going to take the time to read. I'm going to just quote them very quickly. But these messages are to prove that Tim lied when he said that he was not intimate with Akira. So did Brenay have to find out in court today that Tim and Akira was still sleeping together? And he was still trying to work out and rekindle and beg to be back with her? Yes. And later on, Brenay will say that this shit is fake and made up, and we edited these messages, y'all. So let me quote a few things for y'all. Tim texts Akira, I would have shot the club up. And every time Robin is quoting these texts, Tim is avoiding the question. Instead of just saying, yes, I said that, he keeps saying, that don't prove love and affection. That don't prove love and affection. So, like I said, I'm going to run through these quotes. Tim says, like, I love you more than my own self. There's a whole message about Akira's pregnancy, explaining to him what's going on. They show those texts. Shit. I'm going to get back to this freaky shit in a minute, because I ain't going to lie, it got kind of freaky in there. So then, Brenay mama get on the stand. Her hair look a mess. That shit look like a red fucking bird nest. It look a fucking mess. I mean, I don't know. Brenay asked, have you ever communicated with Akira? Lakeisha said yes. And then this is what Akira sent to Lakeisha. Respectfully, leave me out of it. I was never in it, neither was Tim. I don't need marriage advice from someone who went through the same thing and never recovered. I never included y'all in this marriage, and don't hit me and mine up. Be happy that we have Brenay back. Okay, so let me explain why Akira and Lakeisha had this interaction, but I'm gonna explain it in Lakeisha words. So Lakeisha say that Devin came over about their marriage issues. He told her that he told Brenay she could just go be with Tim. So the mama is like, what the fuck? Is y'all having foursomes or what? Like, just tell me the truth. Because why would you tell her to go be with Tim and y'all all be hanging out? So is the four of y'all fucking or what? Devin is like, no, we not doing that. So at this point, Akira had blocked Devin, and Devin asked Akira to call, Devin asked Lakeisha to call Akira so that he could get in contact with her. Okay, so that was Akira's response to Lakeisha calling her to figure out what was going on with Devin, Tim, and Brenay. So I was telling y'all how Devin was talking to Lakeisha and told Brenay, like, yeah, go be with Tim. So Lakeisha, that's Brenay mama, she called Akira, tried to get in contact with Akira to get to the bottom of shit. And then Akira had sent that message like, bitch, I don't want no fucking advice from you. So at this point, Akira has Devin blocked because in her head, Devin got violent and bucked up at Brenay. So in these messages, Akira is defending Brenay against her mother and Devin. She is basically telling Lakeisha, like, you need to be grateful that we took Brenay in. Don't call us. Don't involve us. I'm just looking out for my friend. Brenay is over here. I don't want you to contact me. I don't want Devin to contact me, because also I want y'all to see how this plays into the case, because earlier, I wasn't here for these, but earlier some evidence that they brought out, or some testimony that was said, was that Brenay hated her family and was beefing with her family at this time, and she couldn't go over there. You get what I'm saying? So that would make sense as to why Akira would have that reaction to her mother, is like, Brenay is basically telling me she has nowhere to go, and I'm looking out for my friend, so fuck y'all. Robin is, examining Lakeisha now, cross-examination. She says, wasn't my client defending your daughter? Lakeisha say, yes, I assume. And Lakeisha basically say that she never asked or wondered where Brenay lived. She did not care because Brenay is grown and married, and she got her own house with Devon. And she said, quote unquote, I don't ask my children their business. And she just kept saying nothing is her business. Every question Robin asked, she said, it's not my business. It's not my business. So that's why them girls was upstairs fucking, and it was not her business. And that's why now her twin daughters are sharing a nigga. Weird ass bitch, because how is your daughters not your business? I don't know. All right, so then Brenay called Sister Soldier to the stand. That's Tim mama. Tim mama say that they was getting ready to move, and Tim was like, me and Kira need to move because Kira had an altercation and she finna be fucking homeless. So Tim mama was like, the daddy approved for them to do that, and she was just like, y'all got 60 to 90 days to get married. They forced Tim on Akira. In my eyes, now this is my opinion, they sold him, but they trying to paint it like they just wanted them to get married. No, bitch, you tried to push him off. So she says that Tim and Akira played a lot, but she said that they would argue and fuss. They were very immature, and that she takes full responsibility, and that she cried one day after the wedding because she felt like she didn't have a voice. She kept saying she didn't have a voice. Bitch, you his motherfucking mama. If you don't want him to marry that bitch, just don't make him marry her. Like, child. So then she said Tim hit her up and was like, Kira choked him in the bathroom. Robin was like, he didn't say that, which all of us was like, he never said that. So then she was like, she changed it to altercation, and she continued. Y'all know I got the little court sketch right here. My stomach hurt and I'm fucking hungry. I'm sick of reading this shit. My stomach. All right, Tim says, from Tim mama, basically Akira was violent. She's a manipulator. She was seeking attention. She tried to hurt herself, to hurt the kids during the accident, and the marriage was absolutely not based on love. Robin comes up for the cross-examination, and Tim mama is like, she asked about Tim and Brenay having sex in January, and Devin had heard it. And Tim mama was like, I don't believe nothing Devin say. Like, okay. So then they read out loud this Facebook post shouting out Akira after, of course, they asked her about how she was saying like Akira never did shit. They read out that post. Y'all know what post I'm talking about, where she said Akira held everything down. And Tim mama said 2 things could be true at the same time, and I meant every single word. She then explained that Akira would make lunch, snacks, all of that shit for the games. And Robin said she showed love and affection, right? And Sister Soldier said yes. She says when they start falling out that Akira mother basically called her and said, I will hit your son with everything I got legal wise. And she said Akira don't want to do it that way, but we are going to do it that way. She let her know, tell your son stop playing with my motherfucking daughter. And I guess she got mad about that shit. Child. So after that, Brenay called Imani, which is Tim's sister, to the stand. Imani says it was a stressful relationship. Akira was going through Tim's iPad. She said she would unalive herself. She said it was toxic. She really wasn't saying shit for real. Say she flunked out helping Akira and Tim with the kids. She said she had a combo with Akira about something. About cheating. And that basically it was like move past it or leave each other alone. And they decided to move past it. They asked how was the dynamic. And this is what she said. She said, I was basically the donkey to their Shrek and Fiona. I was basically the donkey to their Shrek and Fiona. Well, bitch, who the fuck is Fiona? Because I know you ain't talking about Akira. Bitch, you're the donkey and Fiona. Like, that's you and your brother, bitch. Akira ain't no fucking ogre. She testifies that Tim and Akira did sleep in separate rooms. She said she was spending the night and Jacoby had a game that like in her testimony, she basically explaining how it's all about the kids for her. Her and Akira was close. She always chose Akira. She always chose her kids. Same type of bitch I am. Like, I'm gonna choose my nieces and nephews over everything, and I'm gonna try to make sure that my brother do you right. And that is how she was testifying. So she spent the night. She would spend the night a lot, and Jacoby had a game the next day. And she said Akira grandma showed up, and she ain't knew what was going on, but she could tell that Akira was very on edge. She rolled with Akira and the kids to the game. They met at the game, and they began to basically discuss the video and the allegations of like, hey, I found this video. Is we getting sent videos? And basically the mothers of both Tim and Akira kind of got into it over this of like, well, who in the wrong? And Akira and Tim's sister were both de-escalating this situation, very much so, working together. She said it was messy. She didn't want no parts. She called Akira and she supported her. She said she didn't like the videos and the rumors. So then Akira told Tim, like, basically, like, even your sister support me. And that's what the sister didn't like. She felt like Akira going back to Tim and saying that she supported her was her trying to cause division and isolation. And so that's basically when they kind of fell out. And she said that once she talked to Brenay about the situation, she learned that it was multiple times that Akira told them to pursue relations. So Brenay was like, you lived there, so did you ever see positive things? And Tim's sister was like, yeah, they didn't fight every day. And she says that Akira has the gift of gab. And I don't know if y'all know what that means. This is her words. We all know what that means because I got the gift of gab. She says Akira has the gift of gab, and that basically Akira would escalate conversations to the point to where she would just eventually get her way. Robin then says, what is your last game? What is your last name? And the sister say Montague. And in my head, what I heard was, exactly, bitch, you ain't got no husband while you in married people business. Every time Robin asked Tim's sister a question, she would say and I didn't know you was allowed to say like or in court. I thought it had to be a very clear yes or no. So I don't really know what the fuck to judge on. So she was like, my client was okay with the relationship, according to your brother. The sister said yes. And then in the text and in the video, Brenay was saying she want to be Miss Montague. And the sister was like, yeah. And, you know, Robin was like, shit, what's your last name again? She was like, Montague. And then she showed family pics, vacations, multiple trips, a bunch of photos with the sisters and the couple. Asked how many trips, cruises, perfect happy couple family, like so many happy pics. And Robin is just like, so every time Brenay would make videos or be nasty or cheat or do any of this, were you there? And the sister is like, no, I wasn't there. So it's like, bitch, how you gonna co-sign shit? So then she was like, did you know that Brenay co-signed an apartment for him, like, and that he put him down as the boyfriend? Like, do you know about marital problems? And she was like, my parents divorced twice, so yes, I know about marital problems. Robin was like, why? Tim's sister was like, what do that got to do with anything? At this point, Devin is back asleep, and here's another sketch. That's the family photo. That's the sister on the beach and Akira and the kids. I'll be right back with the last part. I'm so fucking tired, y'all. Lord have mercy. Y'all, my live was lagging because I'm in the parking garage, but I'm just about to run through the dumb shit Brenay said, because Brenay on the stand, and I'm gonna tell y'all the motherfucking closing statements. You remember posting on TikTok or Snapchat, I make her uncomfortable, smiling and laughing and all that shit. Brenay is like, no. So they played a video of Brenay on Snapchat answering questions about Akira, and she's like, I make her uncomfortable. I make her uncomfortable. I don't know why. She's jealous of me. So then Robin was like, so you told the jury you never knew you made her uncomfortable, but you yourself had a whole Snapchat answering questions saying you make her uncomfortable. Okay, bet, bitch. She said, so you proud to be Mrs. Montague? Brenay blinks 5 times. Rolls her eyes. Is that your question? Robin, you posted online that Akira was jealous of you? Brenay, I don't recall. No. Robin, you posted the kids? I didn't post them. Robin, you did. Brenay, she gave me permission. Robin, you had a restraining order and you still posted. Brenay, no. She said, do you have an order, you know, from Akira so you can't be around her? Brenay said, no. I have an order for cyber stalking. I cannot cyber stalk her, but I can be around her. I just can't harass her. Child, so Robin is like, so answering comments about my client isn't harassment? Brenay is like, if they ask, I'm going to answer. Robin said, did you post Q&A questions about my client? And when you did you think about her feelings? Brenay said, I don't think about Akira. Robin said, you wanted her life, her husband. Brenay said, I want Brenay life. I don't want Akira life. Robin, was he married when you took a trip? Brenay, he was separated. Robin, were you proud to go from the auntie to the stepmother? Brenay, what's the question? You are now the stepmom. Brenay, yes. You slept with their father. Brenay, Akira is a liar. She has no evidence I did that. Robin, I showed a video multiple times where you said when you touch on me, my dog. Brenay, I'm not proud of that. I wasn't in my right mind. Robin was like, so when you was twerking and going on trips and being freaky and making all these videos, it should be excused because you wasn't in your right mind? Brenay just like, ugh. Robin is like, no further questions. Judge is like, anything else? Brenay is like, no, your honor. And she waddled back to the seat. Here go y'all first court sketch. That's Imani. That's Tim Mama. This a bald head man who was acting crazy before court. I know somebody got that video. It'll come up. This Brenay Mama, and that's Tim. And this is... Oh, they call Akira mom back to the stand. And she was like that she was the one who showed the affair to Akira and them at dinner, and that Akira was shocked, and she was like, I can't see no more, I can't see no more. Boom. Akira takes the stand. Robin is like, did you give consent for her to sleep with your husband? Akira laughs. It's not funny, but no, I would never give permission for someone to sleep with my husband. Robin was like, what about the claims that there's no love and affection? Akira was like, that's a big lie. Robin was like, how? AK was like, he showered, I'm sitting on the toilet. We was holding hands, always doing shit. And he only slept on the couch when he fell asleep watching football. He was not sleeping on no motherfucking couch. He came okay. She said that the separation was during COVID and that he came every weekend and was intimate with her. And the only reason that they were separated is because he was living on campus, going to school, and her babies, she did not want to take them out during COVID. So she was quarantined with her motherfucking kids, but he was there every motherfucking weekend. It was not a separation. It was COVID, and they was locked in the house. She said he was sweet, did acts of service. He would rub her feet. Like, he was a broke nigga, but he took care of her. And then she said, I opened my doors to Brenay, not my husband's legs. I would never share my husband. And I didn't want to sue, but my mother gave me options. And shit, I thought Tim was better than not taking care of his kids. But once I realized he wasn't taking care of his kids, I had to go ahead and move forward. But I didn't even care about this shit until my kids were suffering, basically. So the mama handled it. She got her the lawyer. Akira then said she wanted my life. She would make videos about the kids, and about wanting kids, knowing that I wanted more. She copied my hair, my nails. She changed everything about herself. She went from extravagant, long nails, always doing the most. She stole my style. She wanted my life so bad. She was making my kids call her mom. They were calling me Akira and were referring to a mama. And I said, who is mama? And they said Brenay. This some trifling shit, y'all. Child, AK lists all the accounts and platforms and all that shit, fake accounts that Brenay used to monitor her. I talk about how many videos she had of Tim, and she was like, she posted, Robin asked how many videos did Brenay make of Tim. Akira was like, I couldn't even tell you. She posted every single day to rub it in my face that she got the man. So who knows how many videos there are, because she posted every single day since she got the nigga. So then Brenay come up to cross-examine Akira, and she asked if Akira is in a current relationship. And Akira say, I don't know what my current man got to do with you. Do you want to sleep with him too? Ah! Do you want him too? Tuh! Child, Brenay was like, okay, so y'all got matching tats? She was like, yes, I have matching tats on my partner. Brenay was like, how did you see the videos? And Akira was like, that's a really good question, because everybody in this courtroom sent them to me. And did. Sure did, bitch. We right here. We is how she know. Akira even said that people who was on Brenay's side supporting her, that they switched up, because at first Imani, Tim, all of them was telling her that they don't even like Brenay. And Tamika was like, go ahead and sue, because I don't like that girl. Brenay was like, do you think these claims are true? Akira was like, 800 exhibits are not claims. One thing about Robin, she's not going to state nothing that she can't prove and that we don't have the evidence for. 800 exhibits, bitch. Stop playing with us. Brenay says, she brings up this amended court case, the dates again, and basically says, you didn't file this until you felt like your feelings were hurt. Akira was like, I've been filed. She explained it to her again about amended documents and why the dates look like she just filed, right? It was amended. She said, I've been filed. I didn't want this. You did. I told you, do not post about this case online, and I tried to seal this case. You said no. You wanted a show. Akira looked at the courtroom and she said, you got one. Yeah, bitch. This is Akira, and she said to Brenay, I would never allow you to be with my husband while I'm with my husband. Dumbass bitch. Akira steps down, and the jury is put out. That's Brenay. That's me. We all outside, child. All right, this is Akira supporting team. Like I said, it's like House of the Dragon. Black and red. They so motherfucking deep, child. And then this is the courtroom. Is everybody like rushing in? Like it's they deep outside the courtroom, child. I had to take 10 damn pictures when I came inside the courtroom. Everybody outside. Lakeisha look at me crazy with her whole ass. Yes, I'm drawing you, dummy. More Akira supporters show up, but Devin's still not here. I don't have no inspiration, y'all, so I can't draw that good of a pictures without my muse. He's my muse. He's my inspiration. I'm sorry. So Robin does her closing, and she says, what type of friend does that to a friend? What type of woman does that to another woman? The defendant, this nasty ass bitch. Child. So for Robin to prove her case, alienation of affection, she has to prove that there was knowledge of the marriage and that it was malicious acts of conduct. She showed videos of Brenay and Akira in the car where Brenay is laughing and asking if, you don't drive that much because Tim always drive. We all know the video. She said that Brenay and Akira was so close that when Akira heard about her abuse, she immediately moved her in. And then she showed a whole bunch of pictures of the love and affection between Tim and Akira. I sketched all of those pictures. Family trips, cruises, the football game, Tim kissing her. Child, there was a happy family. Several texts showed that they still slept together and was sending nudes. Just a lot, y'all. Then they show the videos of Brenay shopping and proudly vlogging with this woman's husband. And it's basically like she plotted and antagonized. They show all the double dates and how Akira had to find out on the internet. When asked how many followers Brenay had, she was arrogant and said on which page. And then they showed a video of Brenay saying, "Get ready with me as a 23-year-old millionaire." So that's why you getting sued for millions, bitch. Let me fast forward. Akira lost her husband, best friend, father figure, child support. Now she a single struggling mom. Brenay claims that she wasn't malicious, but she was drunk. But that don't excuse twerking and making all them videos. And Brenay has no proof that she got a consent. And this is Robin just eating Brenay up in front of the jury. I couldn't draw that good, y'all. Like I say, I ain't got no inspiration. The judge is bored as fuck. One of the jury members fell asleep. And it's like Brenay didn't make sure her marriage worked, but she took apart somebody else's marriage. Like, bitch, that's sick. All right, this is part 2, final part of our closing statements. And the next video I post will be the results, y'all. Brenay mama look ashamed, embarrassed, stupid as fuck. They show a text message of Devin to Akira saying, "That nigga was like my fucking brother and I trusted him. I ain't think he'd do me like this right in my face." And Robin is like, if she was separated but not having sex with Akira man, why was she buying pregnancy tests? Bitch, you say you were separated, so who the fuck was you buying pregnancy tests for? So then we move on to the charges of criminal conversations. They showed the slutty video of Brenay having criminal conversations. It's Brenay, and she is extremely ashamed when this video play. And this is at this point, I noticed that Tim and his sister are not back in the courtroom. We had like 2 breaks, and after that second break, Tim and his sister were not back in the courtroom. Brenay is just so trifling in this video, y'all. Like, it's just like Tim is in the back of the video. You could tell they just fucked. And it's just like, who did you record this for? Because Tim is right there. You literally recorded this so that Akira would find it. And that's sick, bitch. That's malicious. That's criminal conversations. You're talking about the affair. That's criminal conversations because that's illegal out here in your state, bitch. So Brenay in the video was like, "Ooh, my baby, I want this forever. I'll give you the world." And then she co-signed his lease and listed him as a boyfriend. She was confessing in the video, saying that her PUSSY was throbbing for Akira's husband. She gave Tim the world, but not his kids. Bitch, you was the auntie. Why you just taking care of the nigga, but you swear you love the kids? Why they can't get no money either, bitch? Damn. They show a video of Brenay in the bathroom. She gargling because she just got done. Y'all know how she do. And then she bend over and Tim in the back with no shirt. Like, you could tell they just got done hunching. Meanwhile, Akira at work and the motherfucking kids is in the house. Then they show a video of Brenay cuddling with Tim again, post sex, on Akira couch after a double date that she had just vlogged. Okay? So they filmed the whole affair. They played a video where she say she's going to be Miss Montague and I'm going to be the Mrs. And I don't know why she would want to keep that name from a man who put her through hell. So that shows that she was plotting, and that shows her malicious intent, and that she was intentionally stealing her life by saying, "I'm going to be Mrs. Montague." The bitch is dumb. The bitch is so stupid, and she wasting our time, and I wish she would just let this shit go. So then Robin was just like, she chose this, she chose this, she chose this. She chose to do all this crazy shit and film it, and she didn't care about how Akira felt when she was filming all of this shit. You got the girl husband. Cheat with the nigga in private. You ain't gotta post all that shit. Damn, it's your page. We never wanted to see that nigga. We didn't give a fuck about no Tim. He wasn't never funny or shit, bitch. Tim ain't never. We never give a fuck about that nigga. Brenay come up to give her closing argument. The bitch sound defeated. She pull out a weak ass PowerPoint, 8th grade level, nothing but bullet points, y'all. She reading off a fucking tablet. Robin know hers by speech. Brenay reading a chat GPT. And as I read it, y'all gonna hear how you could tell that she got this shit out of motherfucking AI generator. Child. Brenay is like, "I don't know how I could be responsible for their previous financial issues and their other issues. Akira only issue that she addressed to me was my clothing." Akira says that he was glued to her hips, as she stated. Okay. That's what Brenay did. She said that the adults made their own choices. Tim has free will. He was not persuaded or manipulated, that it was all Tim. You cannot alienate affection that was already alienated. And you cannot you can't break up shit that was already broke. That's what the bitch say. She said no videos show actual intercourse. And she was like, Akira was humiliated. And yes, I'm a content creator. Yes, the videos are embarrassing and inappropriate. However, I am a content creator and I have a lot of followers, and followers don't equal money. She just wants money. She wants the harassment of me. She wants my humiliation, and she wants retaliation. Y'all, the whole time she doing her closing statement, she just chewing on air. That's all she doing. The bitch cannot stop. They can't stop thinking about putting something in their mouth at no fucking time. Not even to close out a fucking statement in court. Child, mind you, her slideshows got no proof, no exhibits. It's literally just he say, she say. She ain't got no motherfucking proof. She says, we are here because the plaintiff said herself she does dumb stuff to see if her former husband would choose her. Akira set this all up. She chose me because I'm an easy target. I have followers and support. So why would you be an easy target if you have millions of followers and internet support? That's why you thought that you could get away with it. Dumbass bitch. So she just telling on herself to the jury, y'all. She just telling on herself to the jury. And I don't know if she thinks she eating, but everybody on her side at this point is really embarrassed with how dumb the bitch sound. She said me and Tim started to sleep together, blah, blah, blah. So if he was still sleeping with his wife, he was sleeping with his wife. Okay, so you just admitted to the affair. Okay, it's easy to have a hurt spouse vouch for someone else, especially because he's hurt, in reference to Devin. And this is her exact PowerPoint, y'all. It said a plea for justice. This was her last slide. At the top, it said a plea for justice, and then she had 3 bullet points. The first one said, this case is not about blame, it's about fairness. The next one said, the evidence does not support the claims. And the last one said, return a verdict for defense based on truth, not emotion. Yeah, bitch, we're going by the facts, which is the videos and the screenshots, which you have 0 of, ho. She's like, this marriage been over. Blah, 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 blah. It was no love left to take. Nobody care. The bald-head man on her side who was shooting birds earlier, he knocked out sleep looking crusty. And when Brenay is done, no, she says, so I stand before you today asking for fairness. Just fairness. Not sympathy, not empathy, not just fairness. She talking in circles, y'all. She sound like a moy. She not saying shit. She just talking in circles, and she keep repeating herself. And when she done, Lakeisha clapped by herself, and then she stopped because she embarrassed. The whole family slow, y'all. Why the fuck are you clapping in court? Bitch, what the fuck you think this is? What the fuck do you think this is? Robin get back up there because she has the final closing statement, and she says, I'm not sure we were all in the same courtroom last week. And now in my words, what Miss Robin was saying is, but this bitch is lying. And it's not about why Akira filed the suit. It's about the charges and whether we proved that shit, which we did. Was the bitch drunk in all them videos and TikToks and Snapchats? She was drunk, y'all? And all that shit she posted, so she was drunk? Child, Brenay looking defeated. And then Brenay said Tim had multiple affairs, but she married him? So I guess we the dumbasses. That's I'm paraphrasing Robin right now. But she in front of the jury like, so is we the dumb ones or is this bitch dumb? Who the fuck is the dumb ones, y'all? The jury love Robin. They giggling. They can't contain themselves. The old man who was asleep, he woke up. Soon as Robin got up there, he woke his ass up. Because Robin is fine, baby. So I know he was waiting on her to come back up there. But yeah, he was giggling, y'all. And this an old ass man. Child, and then Robin was like, why would Akira granny pull up ready to handle motherfucking business and say that she ain't got to call the police because she can handle Brenay? Why would she pull up with that type of energy if her granddaughter was not uncomfortable and unconfrontational and confused about this fucking affair? Why would the granny pull up like that? And that was it, y'all. So at 2:30 is 1:50. 2:30 we going back in court.
Everybody else, please exit the courtroom. Please.
That's it, y'all. That bitch is a loser. She gotta pay out Akira $250,000 for criminal compensation, $250,000, and $1.5 million for alienation of affection. Yeah.
up, not your funny up. Get your money up, not your funny up.
Give me that money. Hey, we going to the club tonight. Bottle.
I'm celebrating this.
We need to go get that kid.
Celebrating this.
We finna get the big body beers, the big body kids.
Yeah. Popping bodies and champagne out is good.
Well, if it ain't about me, let's kiki. Let's go. All right, you guys, that is all I have for Missing Monday. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. This a lot. Okay, y'all. Continue to stay missing. I will see you next Monday. Next game.
That's what we want. That missing Monday. It's a whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on. It's a whole lot of going on.